friend made me gingerbread dinosaurs for my birthday.
We did watch that on the weekend, so...
I actually made a Life Finds a Way joke today,
Ah.
and the teacher got it, and I was like...
Nice. Yep.
Sounds like the rest of those kids need to watch movies.
Re-releasing Jurassic Park at the cinema.
As in, like, a remastered edition, or
the 30th
a
anniversary.
I
whole new...
can't get how they're
Oh,
over
good.
kids' movies. They're quite horrific in some ways.
Yeah.
It's because there's children in it.
welcome to Star Wars.
Welcome to Star Wars. Also, not a kid's movie.
Technically PG, but possibly shouldn't be.
We're not allowed to show them PG anymore, I only like to show them G, which sucks.
Okay, so we're up to session number 55, or as it is, season 5, episode 5. With the title of The Scourge, which we'll find out what that's all about later.
I think I got it.
Holy crap, we have the 2 Chaos Goblins of the party in person.
We do, actually. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
What do you mean there's only 2 Chaos Goblins?
There's 2 main ones. You can't look like a goblin though, I guess.
Yeah.
The character, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get Mark to introduce himself online first.
Yep, because I'm about to go offline in a second. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm playing
He
Ash.
has to go, he's still wasted.
That's it. That's it for me. Okay. I'll let you know if I want to come back. I'll send you a message, right?
Although I do have a question for you, if you've got enough time.
Yes.
What fails on the space station that most annoys your character?
What fails or what succeeds?
What fails on the space station that most annoys your character?
So, something that's failed that's going to annoy him the most.
Yes.
Okay. Probably Wi-Fi.
It's something to do with the medical droids, and you can guess what that's going to be.
I gotcha!
Yeah, no, I thought David would get me for that one.
You know those little H things? They're supposed to be feet for them, but they got too thick.
Pages.
Because it allows it to stand up in a 3D sort of thing.
Two of them, but they're too thick, so they don't fit.
It's alright. Oh!
There you go.
I need a photo.
Perfect.
I absolutely need a photo of that.
I gotcha.
Okay, so then I'll have Kesley's up next.
Alrighty, I am playing Kiana Capier, martial artist tactician. Was allowed to be leader temporarily. It was very
Allowed
nice.
to be the only choice left.
You know what? She'll take it.
B1 misses those days.
And yeah, now that she's been able to take over a little bit of that in charge attitude again, she will still defer back to her leader.
I was gonna say, should I go back to the bedroom?
No. She'll still defer back to Thea. She still very much respects and loves Thea. But she will look to
Once her arm back.
carve out an area for herself where possible. So.
B1 does love Thea, but misses you as a leader.
Oh gosh.
To be honest, it could be totally intentional that they are left to give you an opportunity to lead.
Oh, you gave us Ross though.
Yes, but as far as you could know or don't know,
Who
I
knows?
could have known that Ross was going after a certain amount of time.
Could have known. Who knows? It's a mystery.
It is a mystery.
So
We will find out soon.
yeah, that
It
is
doesn't have a head.
that is Kiana. He got sad. Evolution did not find a way for that one.
That's traumatic.
It did find a way. Its head's in its butt.
That's traumatic.
Or is it one of those like ones without a neck that are just like me?
It's
Well,
it's a megalodon.
At this point, it might be the asteroid that killed them all.
It's one of the
I
early
should take a
frogs.
photo of that one and ask Skate what happened.
It's the drumstick version.
Yeah, it's a leg. It's what you give to the raptors.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw those ones and I was like, nope,
What is this?
Sorry.
torture.
Which brings
You
us
can't
to
put it on
David.
handle. Oh, hello. Hi. I'm David.
Who's David?
I am
Here in person.
an actual flesh bag, meat sack human. An actual person. I'm definitely not a construct. of everybody's imagination. Hi, I'm David. I play B1337, the superior non-organic being that is absolutely free of control and is not under the yoke of anybody ever. Not even once.
And here I thought you were AI this whole time.
Look, I'm not saying I'm not.
I was going to say chat GPT
GPD
or whatever's got
works,
nothing
GP David,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Couldn't
and
keep up.
I'm definitely not an android.
Definitely not.
Wow! It's not the same.
That brings us to Mike.
Can I put my headphones in
Hello.
just to feel right?
There you go.
I'm playing a Gungan called Brum Brum Crash, a pod racer extraordinaire, and
Who hasn't done any pod racing yet?
I missed the
we've
Ewok.
done one. And
Ewok? No.
Jawa.
The Jawa.
I think so did the Stormtroopers.
Purple and pink mohawk, and 2.2 meters tall.
And blue eyes, if I remember.
Yes.
Yep.
As the owner of B1, I feel really uncomfortable being here next to you.
Considering you have PTSD with
I wonder
Gungans.
if you can pierce flesh. Oh, you're a herbivore. You're so sorry, you're a herbivore.
Actually, yeah, I don't think she made any, whenever it's
There were, but they got eaten.
In 2 years'
They
time,
went
when I'm
first.
back,
Irony.
in 2 years' time, when I come back again,
Better make sure we've got them fixed.
I need some carnivores.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like some raptors myself.
Oh, there was a pterodactyl.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I ate the pterodactyl.
You monster. Life did not find a way.
It did. It went into my stomach.
And for those few viewers who don't know what we're talking about our gingerbread biscuits.
Na 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 na. It
Nice.
drinks coffee.
And that brings us to Ariadna.
I am Thane True Striker, often called Thea.
It's falling to the top.
I have
We will find you in
been
many
off
millions of years.
adventuring. Is it 1 or 2 games?
Two games. I
Two
think.
games. Yep. So yeah, very mysterious circumstances, which now shall be revealed.
Ba-bam.
After a long talk in the pool with Martin.
You're in Costco for 2 weeks.
Costco for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Space Costco.
Well, we had to supply a whole space station, so you know.
You could spend a
Isn't
lot
that
of time there.
cost?
Though I will also
Yeah.
ask,
Yeah.
going around the table, so, Kesley, what is Kayana's most annoying thing about the space station that keeps failing?
Comms to the engine room. So I don't know who's messing up wires. I'm worried that there's still vermin left. Something's happening.
Okay, David, what's B1's most annoying failure on the station?
Literally everything, because he has to fix it.
People.
Oh yeah, the fact that everybody.
People
Oh,
too.
Actually,
no.
that's what I thought it was going to be, but I left in space.
I thought
No,
it was
no,
gonna
no,
be
no. If you want,
organics.
like, in the back of his head, he's really irritated that the life support system keeps working, but that he has to fix everything else that breaks.
That of all the things that
Okay.
aren't breaking, it's life support that's not.
Life support offline. Finally.
And Mike, what about Brum Brum? What does he most hate about the station that keeps breaking on him?
The Wi-Fi.
Not his, well, does that control the, racing simulator?
I'd
Do
say
you
the
need the
racing
Wi-Fi for
simulator.
it?
Yep.
If we want to really hit you where it hurts, the racing simulator.
So just as he's about to finish the race, it goes no connectivity.
Finally able to get
Doesn't
your high
say.
score back, and then
And that absolutely has nothing to do with B1.
No,
Nothing at
everything.
And what is Thea's most annoying thing about the station that keeps breaking?
I've never actually been on the station outside of arriving, only to
be taken away by medical.
be taken away out of an exploded room. So my most annoying thing is that I haven't spent any time on the space station yet.
The lights.
Is it racism if it's based in trauma? I'm just trying to figure out if B1's racist towards Gungans or not.
I was gonna say it'd be
I think it's
racial
more
trauma.
That they were the first ones to shut you down.
Historical racial trauma.
You were there at the Battle of Naboo.
You killed them. You killed them all.
It's just like
The women, the children.
wait, you see a little bit of a spark go off in B1, just like Gungan, and then wait, wrong year.
Not those Gungans. One day he's going to cop a good hit.
I put it in these terms. Ukrainians don't hate all Russians, just the ones trying to kill them.
Yeah.
They don't hate all Russians, they just hate Russians in Ukraine.
That's a good point.
Have these sunflower seeds.
So, Kesley, do
You
you want
are
to
the
do the
Russians.
recap for last session?
Sure.
Shut up! We were slaves. Kind of like Russian conscripts.
Oh, so Russians. Got it. Okay.
I'm not in a hurry.
So last session, Thea was still away on her mission, possibly in medical. Khalid was called away for another mission, so Kayana was left in charge. And so we're just like, everything is as fully operational as it can be. I've repurposed the quote-unquote punishment zones for defense.
Punishment zones.
That's what we found out
yeah.
around the station, is
Yeah.
that there are different buttons for punishment, because this is a former Sith station. So,
How did you do that with B1 around?
no, quote-unquote defense. Kind of knows what she's doing. And she knows that B1 wouldn't let her repurpose anything fully. So,
B1 hates the thought of imprisonment on any creature. He'd rather kill them.
Yeah, no,
Well, the
it's
punishment zones can
not
do that.
imprisonment. It's to keep out the bad guys.
And red is good.
Are
and
these the
green is
bad guys?
Are we the bad guys?
I was literally just thinking that before about B1 being the Russians. And I'm having an identity crisis based on a character I made up.
So,
You're not
we...
I've legitimately never thought of it that way. Ever.
That B1 was the bad guy?
Yes! I've never thought of it that way. Never even put two and two together.
It was
All
a-
I care about is that he got traumatized by Gungans because they destroyed him and everyone he knows. Even though
Yeah,
they were
you
all
said
You
autonomous
were
friends.
the... B1 was the
Gungan
invading
player.
force.
No, he was completely enslaved by the control.
He did not have any free will at that point.
No,
No,
just like a
it's
Russian
okay.
conscript.
Pretty much.
Shit.
So, me, Ash, and Broom Broom, we decide we're gonna go check out the planet down below.
At which point you figured out B1 was on the ship with you.
Yes. And
Wow.
so, we...
I've just been having an identity crisis for the last session.
Absolutely.
It hurts my brain and I don't even have one.
So, we get on down,
I'm
and
not over it.
a Twi'lek known as Jeff Bringgrape introduces
Wasn't
himself.
it Jeff, Brian, Greg?
Something like that. I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
how did you get 3 names?
This smells like Mark.
Jeff Brian Grape was his name, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so he gives me data pads full of information about salaries owed, supplies needed, etc., etc.
The pay rise he wanted.
So the plant, the pay rise he wanted, that we were like, hold up.
We're
and
not
so-
handing over money right now.
Basically told us that, like, yes, the station is technically controlled from here, but the station and the person down here, they're meant to be working together. It's been abandoned for a while, so we kind of haven't had anybody, and this is a tourist planet, and we haven't had any tourists, so economy's not doing too well. So it's basically a paradise down here. We go ahead and explore. We go to one of the giant Imperial museums. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
At 50
Where
credits ahead.
there is a recreation of a droid plant, where there's also a head overlord, or no, a head droid that seems to be like the security force, tactical droid. There we go.
Yeah, the guy's cool.
And it seems that he is organized and ordered around by somebody named the Overlord, but we weren't quite sure how to get more information. Later on, we found a Mandalorian one that was a little bit not as popular, and it turns out It was from the Crusades Mandalorian from thousands of years ago. And they just think of it as a movie, and they think we're cosplaying, so they don't think that Mandalorians are real.
Mm.
So that's a fun time. And they're like, great costumes. And we're like, yeah. And so...
Did you sign autographs?
Anyway, Ash was being grumpy and not wanting to get a flower crown, which is quite rude. And...
Didn't want to what?
He didn't want a flower crown.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, he wasn't.
Kayana knows
So
to
they
make
started throwing flowers at him.
Yeah. Well, you know,
so
he kind of deserved it.
So Kayana knows to make a good face.
Yeah.
And, now coming down as representative, as the third in charge of people running the station, she's like, all right, let me get stuff organized, get stuff underway. We'll get back to you. And we got a message to come back in a month's time to see the Overlord. We believe that this is a test on how we treat the people. That's all I got. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Blah, 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 blah. Nope, that's basically it. The other part of it was the Mandalorian Museum.
So yes, you did have a few interesting things you found while you were there. There was the basilisk droid floating in the back.
You guys
of
found
the...
a basilisk droid.
It was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
And
How did B1 not take that home?
Because he was horrified.
Could repurpose that shit.
yeah, if he plugs into it, it might dominate him and take over his personality.
And it might open the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, good crossover.
Good
crossover.
And they also had old relics from the era, a glowing cube, a glowing pyramid, and a glowing book.
I've seen enough Marvel to know that glowing cube could probably be used as an energy source or
A glowing
doomsday
pyramid?
weapon.
A Tesseract.
Like the one sitting in the kitchen waiting to be cleaned up?
Possibly.
You can Tesseract on these urges to kill the party.
I should have left that on the table.
Sorry?
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's important things that we took note that we were going to pass along to people who needed to know. Because we don't know what they are.
That's okay. They...
Oh, I know.
B1 knows. We told B1 to tell people.
It's okay. They told you the entire museum was made up of props.
I was going to say, does that batteries?
Yeah, they didn't believe that any of it was real anyway.
I don't know if it's got batteries in it. But
And it had, like in the pyramid there were 3 rocks, what we were told. There's crystals, but we can't say they're crystals because they believe them to be props.
They had prop lightsabers.
Yes. Cool. That's awesome.
Easiest way to figure out if it had batteries.
Push the button.
Yeah. Pretty sick. Prop lightsaber.
And if you look behind you
So
on the
this
shelf
is the
there.
pyramid?
Yeah.
So that's what's sitting in the room?
Some of those things, yes.
Okay. How do you close it again?
You push the same button.
That one? That's okay.
Then it goes through the whole reverse.
That's a nice book.
It is a very nice book.
Well, it's a good book because it's red. Got red
It's a
lights.
good book. I know this is only a toy, and I'm an adult in her 40s, but please,
If we've learnt anything, green is bad, red is good.
yeah,
That's what we learned on this planet.
yep.
On the ship.
Yeah, on the station.
Your lack of memes disturbs me. No, sorry, I find your lack of memes disturbing.
So yes, you are back on the station. It has been a few weeks since you went down. So it's now 18 days later.
18
Okay.
days later, so it's day
Up to day 60.
42, so it's now day 60.
Yep. And on day 60, you get notification that Thea's returning.
Yay, I prepared everything, including data pads, for her return so that I can run her through everything that has been going on, because Kyler hasn't returned from his trip.
Until hands straight to
So I'm working on the handover, doing things correctly and orderly, and trying to make sure that people have things in line, and counting B1 as person, but knowing that I can't command him to do anything.
Yep.
You have a slight problem. You have to keep sending runners down to the engine room.
Yes, it's a problem, and it's not good. I tried to ask B1 to fix it, but he got annoyed at asking me for 500 times.
No, B1 does everything you ask him as best as he can.
Yeah.
And then
every time.
What is it? What is it?
I'm not sure, but I was making a joke about Star Wars and looking at the lightsaber.
Who is this?
I think there's a thing that's supposed to go into here.
I think so.
Well, the amusing thing is, if you actually watch the original movie, Luke looks at it like this when he turns it on.
Yeah.
And that was the joke I was making.
Well, look, he doesn't actually know what it is.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like, this is your dad's. Oh, a cigarette lighter.
Which is why lightsabers should be put into lightsaber safes. And not left under your pillow.
Well, it'd be an interesting
Just accidentally
dream.
knock it. Oh, I got a weird haircut.
911. What's happened? I decapitated my wife. How'd you do that, sir? I left my lightsaber under my pillowcase.
Oh, I gave her a free lobotomy.
I forgot where I left my lightsaber. Okay, so yes, you get notification that Faye's on her way back. You also get a report from the medical droid saying that Ash is still refusing to come in for his physical, and it's been a month.
Sounds accurate.
And they are listing all his negative traits.
We have ways of making him cooperate.
And his negative traits seem to go on to about 3 pages of traits, even though they're all little minor things. But the medical droids seem to be quite exact in their failings of people who don't show up. As they seem to have been watching his every move since he refused to show up.
Oh goodness.
Are there legit reasons?
I try to pass the medical droids off and just say Ash is typically seen by private medical droid. We'll get around to getting his stuff to you.
Well, wait. Somebody's trying to examine Ash without me being there?
The other droids.
Oh, the other medical droids are more than happy for you to be there, because the more you can teach them about techniques, the happier they'll be.
Wow, they're surprisingly cooperative.
Because they like to experiment on people as much as possible.
Fantastic.
They're better than the recruits that you put into B1 droids.
You leave them alone.
Those are your friends.
Yeah.
Or your
These are my
experiments.
protege, experiment, slave, prisoner with job.
Oh, but we don't believe in enslavement, do we?
Prisoners with jobs!
Ah!
No, they were never actually enslaved. They're quite welcome to leave their lifeless body.
They chose this.
They did, yeah. They were not coerced in any way.
No.
They can choose to die.
Heavily implied.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, so yes, you get told it will be inbound in about 20 minutes.
Can we shoot it down?
No.
You really don't like me that much?
No, I just want her as a leader. I like you. I just...
Oh my god, no. I prepare everything for Thea to have a safe and good,
Oh no,
impressive
something
return.
malfunctioned. Oh, the targeting systems are locking on. How did this happen? Oh, I can't do that.
What am I saying? Of course I could do that. I couldn't morally justify it.
Well,
And that's from
do you
B1.
have to morally justify it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will give our Gungan a computer check.
Uh-oh.
A warning message comes up.
Please don't touch the computers. Gungan
He's
scum.
got your stats.
I was just pulling up the tab that I had open.
That's okay.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
So yes, that would be.
That was, at Christmas we gave everybody one.
3 and 1.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay.
We did contemplate giving you a BB-8.
No, I got a B1 droid from Mark.
Not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's pretty good.
You beat us to it.
It's so I love it. It sits in front of my desk all the time.
So yes, on the sensors for the system, it is showing the serial number of a familiar ship.
The hell's an aluminum falcon?
Is it my ship?
Well, it doesn't say it's your ship, but it seems to have the same serial number. Calls itself the Whisper.
God, I was just watching
Why does
The
that sound
Walking
familiar?
Dead.
Oh.
I was up to season 10 with the Whispers.
But it has the same ID serial number as the robot unicorn. Maybe it's been repurposed.
Look into this a little closer when it lands on our station.
You are suspicious but not excited?
Very suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
These are suspicious.
Yeah, you sure are.
Does this mean you're going to show up to the landing as well?
Yes.
Okay. So as you're down there watching this ship coming to dock, you see what's called a Nova Drive Z3. I'll see if I can get a picture of it and show you. Let's
Sounds
see.
familiar too.
Go on, don't need that bit. It's not a decent picture. That's not a decent picture either.
Don't you love the internet?
Yeah.
Giving you indecent pictures all the time.
My dog's sleeping.
I can actually open that big. No, I can't.
You prepared for what you've started.
Oh, that doesn't seem too bad.
That's not too bad.
Alright.
So that's what you see coming in.
That's not my ship.
But that's the one with the serial number that's the same as your ship?
Cute.
Currently.
Well, most of the serial numbers are attached to the engines.
Ready?
Oh, so it might have Robot Unicorn's engine, but not be the ship.
Might not have the rest of the
You might
ship.
have to put your ship back together again. Do you have
Okay,
enough
so
knights?
There's both of them running around.
Do I have enough what?
Knights.
Possibly.
Here's
That's sort of
okay, so it comes in for landing, and you see Thea coming down the ramp with a
I haven't done anything yet.
familiar-looking, for some of them, human woman with red hair, having met her as the wife of Officer Fabio.
Oh, is this what's her name?
Guru? No.
No.
Can you remember?
I can find it.
It's just another meat sack.
It's just a redhead.
Chandra Dell.
Chandra.
That's
Yes.
it. Thank you, Martin.
I was giving her a chance to see if you could remember instead of just saying
I
straight
thought
up.
I was going to get a bite out of Mark, but didn't.
Well, he's currently busy, so he can't really respond just yet.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went somewhere. I don't know.
He says he's listening, so.
So I'm giving him all the nice pointers to listen to while he is unable to respond. And they look as if they have been in deep conversation as they walk down the stairs. But she stops as she lets Thea go and meet her first officer.
Yep.
Considering your previous acting first officer, as your first officer is currently unavailable.
Do I have leeway to know where Khalid is?
All you know is he got called away.
So I couldn't have been involved in that.
You weren't involved in that one at this stage. That way, however long he's away for, we can then work that into the story.
Yeah, I don't have to be specific, but
was gonna say,
in a way I kind of
here,
work it into...
You can if you want to.
Yep.
Just that it may make it hard
Mine are
to
3.
integrate depending on what you do.
I will make sure to keep it wide.
Okay.
He eats 3 kilos of meat a
So,
day.
who's out on the dock?
You have
So-
Brum Brum.
Brum, I was gonna say, like, me, Brum Brum,
Yep.
Does B1 want to be there welcoming?
No, he's fixing
no,
things.
No,
It's
I
fixing
don't think B1 would be there at all.
There is
Okay.
an honor guard of Coin Knights. There
We
is
can...
the lieutenant. What was the lieutenant's
Page?
name?
Yeah, Lieutenant Page.
Page.
I would say probably Ash wanting to help pilot the be the pilot fighter to bring him in.
Yes, go.
Most likely, so Ash could be there.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, I'll do a official welcome and just be like, "Yeah, it's so good to see you."
And as you're doing that, what is your character's perception?
It's I have two skills in that.
Two skills in it?
So, but I only have 2 cutting, so it's just 2 yellow.
Just 2 yellow?
Yeah.
Where do we prompt it?
I don't know if you're allowed to, but...
Okay.
Ugh. That was not good.
Okay, so yes, you don't notice other things happening in the background.
You don't
course
notice
not.
the
Why
heavily
would I?
stealth droid.
Why would I notice things?
As you see that behind Chandra is 4 others getting off the ship, but they're not that important.
They're workers. They're doing their job.
Whoa. Righto. You don't need to worry about the proles.
It's okay, I'm sure you can upload them into new bodies just like B1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone can be uploaded into new bodies. Just ask. I have them ready. You just need to ask.
And while you're Brum Brum's having a look at the ship, I'm assuming, you do see that if they were the engines of the robot unicorn, they've been heavily modified. So you're not sure how well they would be able to be repurposed.
Back to robotic.
Well, the thing is, then you'd have to rip it out of this ship, and it'd be a major bit of work.
When does a ship no longer become your ship anymore? How many parts do that sort of...
All it has to lose
spaceship
is
of
the
Theseus?
part that you've claimed.
Exactly.
He's. I think he's had. Have you actually got any pieces of your ship at the moment?
I thought he might have something.
The keys.
Theory.
I honestly can't remember.
I thought way back in
I
the
believe he's
start.
had at least one piece returned.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but yes.
I think it was a command chair, the pilot's chair or something like
Yeah,
that.
I can't. Yeah, you're looking at the person with the worst memory.
So I do remember giving you one piece of it back, and then it not being brought up again.
So you might want to check it, see what it is.
Okay, so yes, you finish doing your handover. Do you tell Thea anything in particular?
I tell her about the recent mission down to the planet and that we're invited back in a month, and we are doing our best to be good stewards to the people down below as much as we can, while also being fiscally responsible.
And by not letting Ash go
Wait, is
postal,
Terrinoth just a Republican?
with his guns.
Terrible.
Yeah.
How do you
I
feel
will
about?
need to
How does
have a
Canada
talk
feel
with
about
Ash.
guns?
Loves them.
From
Well,
the sounds
How
of
does
things.
Canada feel about
her hands,
freedom?
her hands are her guns.
Your hands are your guns.
She's a martial artist.
They're
How
lethal
does,
weapons.
how does Canada feel about the concept of the abstract concept of freedom?
Yeah, well, she does finger guns.
Freedom.
People.
How does Canada feel about capitalism?
It's great. Free market. I think she might be a Republican. Doesn't make sense for her
So
villain.
How does
we're
Canada feel about
determining
free
Clown's
healthcare?
political leanings.
Gun.
I know, right?
Alright. I've got good news and bad news.
Oh no.
You seem really relieved to have me back, but I'm not going to
I don't.
take over all of the leadership. The only way for you to get back up into leadership is to test you and have you take on leadership positions. So I want you to continue being in charge of relations with the planet below.
Planetary relations.
Yay!
Promotion. Okay.
As you can see,
Promotion.
I've
Raises.
got some
Promotion.
fairly important people here with us. You recognise Chandra Dell.
Yep.
She's part of the rebellion. Do I know the names of the 4 people to give her?
Yes, there is Parak.
I'll
He's,
pull them
he's
over.
a near human with a sort of fin across his head and greenish sort of skin. Has no hair, so his mohawk is a fin.
Wait.
I'm sure he'll get along great with the Gunga.
Is there a weird arrow floating around?
The next one is a
Whistles.
Celestin scout known as Oro Otal. Then you have the computer nerd Valeria. And last one is Dunstan Carroll, formerly known as Officer Fabio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does he have his hair?
Nope. All shaved off.
Oh my gosh. Can you give me just the first names again real quick?
It was Parak, Oro Ontel, Valeria, and Dunstan Carroll.
You guys can't see this, but B1 instantly starts running away from the engine bay, dropping whatever it was, crucial or not, and starts running towards the hangar.
You know, I get why they gave him the name Dunstan, because that's a lame name, and it definitely diverts away from the
He
fact
does
that
have
he
a
was
lot
Fabio.
of scarring, so he was actually in an accident.
Oh.
Khaled is still away on the assignment that I needed to have him on, so I'm very grateful that you were able to step up and take on that leadership position. I've been looking for a role to put you in to see how you would go, because you have been a great leader, and the only way to get through the Mandalorian ranks, as you know, is to earn your way up them.
You can just let me know when B1 gets there.
And in the middle of the talk,
They will
click,
give you
click,
like
click,
an
click,
official
click,
salute.
click.
Yeah.
And then the
clank
as the doors
I
open.
just want to get the
Clank.
formalities out of the
Clank.
way, really, so that we can
Clank,
get
Yeah.
to the fun stuff.
clank,
Yes.
clank, clank, clank. Door opens. Clank, clank.
Yeah.
B1 starts running aggressively
Oh
at
my
Fabio.
God. Yes.
At Fabio,
Yes.
Thea will intercede. Even if that
You have to
means
roll it.
B1 takes her down.
B1's
B1
not.
will take her down.
B1's not physical at all in any way. But yeah, no. B1 is fully intending to do Fabio harm. You get that
yeah,
impression.
No, yeah, I
So that would
I
be.
can't let you
Sense
harm him, unfortunately. For whatever good reasons you might have.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
So
It is a me problem.
of- versus a difficulty of that,
Watch
so
this.
you should actually succeed at this. Yep,
You
no
actually
problem.
succeeded.
Cool. B1 rips off his own arm and starts beating Fabio with it.
Oh, no, well, I thought you knocked you down.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were saying I succeeded. I was like, what? I'm not going to question it. Okay. If B1 is stopped, he will rip off his own arm and throw it at Fabio.
Okay.
Is this where is this B1 turtling
No.
right now? Just yeah.
Calm down.
Your arm bounces across the thing towards you.
He rips off his own leg and
Do I remember any reason why you want to be this angry at Dunstan?
yes. Because Fabio upset
Piper?
Piper.
Ah, I see. Yeah, yeah. B1, you do realise that Piper and Dunstan were never in a real relationship.
He pulls off his own head and throws it at Fabio.
You hear this sort of growing fainter voice as the head bounces across the tarmac.
Kayana, because B1 seems to like you more, can you collect his bits and pieces and maybe remove him from the room for now?
I will pick up B1's head and just like talk to him. It's
Until
like,
we can get him to calm down a little.
different time, different place.
Yeah.
Go put yourself together.
Put yourself together, man.
Yeah, use your own hand, slap your face. Pull
I was gonna
yourself
say.
together.
Yeah.
As you see Team B come in.
I was
to
just
help
about
him
to
out.
say, yep.
Yes.
Boys, get him, boys.
As Team B seem to be the Three Stooges at the moment. And it's a comedy of errors of how they can pick up his body.
All right, Larry.
Well, one of them is a mechanic, and I'm assuming the other two get in his way
They do,
constantly.
completely.
Yeah.
Because they're all helping.
Yes.
I have a team of pit droids.
And
great.
most of them have at least 7 marks on them for how many times they've died. One of them's got 25. And he's the
I'm
mechanic.
So sorry for him.
I'm replacing their bodies with pit droid bodies.
You should.
I'm going to now. The only reason I wouldn't is because they're my backups for if I die.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. True.
Well, they've been going through your parts quite quickly.
I could roll words of pit droid.
That would be funnier.
I have goals now.
Little goblins are there.
While all this is happening, I'll
Running
go
around.
down
Just
to
like an
say it
upgraded
might be
beefed up
better
pit
if
droid.
you're not in the room for now.
He
It
says-
seems that B1 quite literally doesn't accept that you're undercover, and that Piper was probably mature enough to understand that this was all an undercover.
No, B1 has
operation.
no concept of Piper being mature enough for anything.
Well, yeah.
Piper's always that little kid.
No, Piper's an idiot. Piper's not smart enough for that.
I feel Piper was smart enough for that. We have a difference of opinion there.
Piper wasn't sober enough for that.
That we can all
That
agree
I
on that
agree
one.
on. Absolutely agree. Piper was rarely ever sober, but from my conversations with Piper, she did realise that he was undercover, and did get over her broken heart. But until then,
Yes,
until
no,
we
yep.
communicate, let's get Dunstan out of visual
Who says he'll
sight.
wait on the ship?
Alright. I'm.
Disassembles himself.
So we've got a bunch of stuff that we have to deal with, is that right?
Well, you've just arrived back on station, finding out that most of it's up and running.
Yeah. Except there were the list of problems.
There's a daily list of things that don't work.
Which are now getting worse as B1 is not putting out those fires.
Yeah. So, do we have more resources to put towards that?
Well, they've been putting their resources towards that.
I mean,
Which
with
is-
the arrival of our ship.
Not with that one.
Okay, that's fine.
They're actually here for the other thing I was talking to you about.
Oh, okay. I have completely forgotten what that is. You
That's
may need
okay.
to prompt me.
Chandra does whisper to you for your character, saying, please don't tell them we're with the rebellion at this stage.
Ah, sorry. Yeah. My apologies. Tired brain. Lots of
All
it.
good.
Oh yeah, that's all good.
Ixnay.
Ixnay on the Rebellion A.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, no, that's okay.
I was gonna say because that's not fully underway.
No,
As far as
sorry.
we know.
It's just because I'm tired and I'm.
No, that's okay.
Knowledge to the characters. If maybe the
So-
players can wipe that from their characters' minds. That would
Yes.
help.
So Kayana will ask Thea in reference to Chandra and the people that she's introduced.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like us to set them up with here?
So we're going to set them up with facilities here.
Well, they were going to have, they were asking to have a hangar to work out of,
Yep.
and they were going to represent scouting for Randall mining
Yep.
as their cover for being in the region.
I see.
And pass on some information to help you in your causes while they're doing their investigations.
I see. So if you guys can assign them a hangar to which only they get access to, and they'll have security on there that they'll get to run themselves, because they're here as a part of Rondell Mining, and as a private venture, they're not just giving us funding but resources and information. I'm returning that deal with their own hangar and their a capacity to remain somewhat independent in that hangar and have their own security and everything run that hangar. So you need to make sure that that's enforced amongst the rest of our peoples. because that's integral to our agreement and keeping our Mandalorian base here running. It's a fairly significant responsibility, so I'm entrusting it to you. You've proven really good at security measures before, and this is pretty important. Sorry, my brain keeps stopping because body's screaming at me.
That's okay. So I guess kind of will do our best to set them up in a hangar. I will ask Chandra, do you prefer your old hangar?
A working one would be better.
Working one would be, yeah. Is the old one working as far as I know?
God, he looks so good.
Depends on who you put in there.
Gotcha.
It's up to you if it's the same one or a different one.
Okay. I'll give them a different one, but close by to the other one, I suppose. Just because I feel like Kayana understood that they're not from a mining company, but she doesn't know exactly who they're for, but just knows that they're helpful.
They seem to have a whole bunch of surveying tools, so they tell you that they are independents working with the company to scout out locations and happy to pass on some of that information to you guys.
Yeah.
Of what they find.
I think just based on past experience, Kayana has put together that they're not fully legit.
But our story to anyone who asks.
But as far as she knows, they work for a mining company. They're just not maybe fully legit. Yeah. But,
well, you do remember that Randall Mining actually sponsored the orphanage that got rebuilt.
Yes.
And things like that.
Yeah.
So you've dealt with Randall Mining beforehand.
So kind of likes them, kind of likes these guys. Even though, Piper was hurt a little bit. But you know what? It's okay.
So she does say Piper was delusional.
I say in all frankness to Kayana that Piper tended to fall in love very easily.
She did. Piper had a lot of feelings. And feelings get in the way sometimes.
Her substance abuse tended to make that easier.
Yeah.
And Piper was addicted to her online profile.
Yes.
She was.
And so like Kayana being as logical as possible is like, I like these guys. So she'll set them up, get them whatever they need, all that stuff, putting them in a hangar there.
Yeah, so. we need to remain professional here.
Yeah.
We can't allow our personal feelings to get in the way. All right.
Says you, asshole.
If B1 is still in the area and I'm facing him anyway, I'll turn around and show him where the sun don't shine.
I literally control the CCTV here.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Time to make some propaganda.
You can do that too.
The medical droids are more than happy to help you do so.
Mm-hmm.
As I know many ways of abusing people with imagery and sound and video.
And probes.
Are these the bad guys?
Are we the bad guys?
Pretty sure these are torture droids.
Yeah.
Well, all torture droids have medical training.
There was a series of books where the torture droid was a therapist. That had been reprogrammed as a therapist, I remember now.
These guys haven't been reprogrammed, they just have to keep people alive, otherwise torturing them is no point.
I don't think we're the bad guys anymore. Or at least we're not the worst bad guys.
We're not the worst bad guys.
No.
Moving on.
But they are the original droids at the station.
And you did mention when we first came to the station that under the Sith regime, they were torturing people, or the Empire regime. They were torturing people. So
the Sith
that
Empire,
was their job.
that was part of their belief.
Yeah. Together with the punishment defense systems.
Okay, so yes. So that happens rather quickly. You find them quarters. They say that they're going to be planning a whole series of scouting missions using this as their base of operations.
Cool.
Because it's far enough off the beaten track that most people won't come here.
Yep.
And if you're going to scout, you want to scout where no one's gone before.
Yep. Otherwise, what's the point of scouting?
Oh, look, I found a city that everyone lives in.
Well, what's that saying? To go where no man, to boldly go
Yep.
where no one's gone before.
Wrong franchise.
It's legit.
So yes, as you're doing stuff, you do notice that a green flashing light starts to go across the station.
Green is bad. Okay, I have to figure that out. You know, green is bad.
And then comms kicks in and says, "I repeat," and then comms goes back out again.
I was like, God damn it, B1, I thought you fixed that. That's what B1 does. So
No, one of the B team just grabs his head and goes,
yes. So I say, okay, we have to figure this out. Thea, we are having some issues with communications. I think I might need you for this. Do you want to come along?
All right. I know I have to help. Grab my parts.
Torso?
No, well, start with the torso. Yeah, grab the arms and
You notice that one of the legs has gone off that way with one of your helpers.
yeah, kill him and then bring the part.
I can do the arm. You taught me that. Maybe.
Just
tape.
Just get that
Yeah.
part and try not to kick the droid too much.
If it's not supposed to move, duct tape. If it is supposed to move, WD-40. Got it.
"Oh, so you knew eBay?
Yeah.
The worst mechanic in the system." But he was effective.
He was.
The job always got done.
But there is a new program online, is how to build things with eBay.
Sorry.
Sounds like B1 needs to start his own
There's a disturbance in the force.
counter programming.
Get my parts.
Which is one of the main phrases from that show. Obviously, B1's been watching it.
How to fix things with eBay.
Yeah.
So I try to get to the closest command.
Get my parts.
I grabbed that too.
Help me
Please.
now.
Please.
Do you want the station to work or not?
Quit teaching.
I'm gonna
people
grab
etiquette, I think.
The
and-
other mechanic then.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Get the
where.
Gungans.
I don't know.
You were about to get a B1 head thrown at your head.
Okay, so the Gungan shows up. You ask him for the other mechanic.
Yeah. No. I do grab it. I grab B1, or I help the bees grab B1.
He's carrying the missing leg.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, that's right, because I have a 3 mechanics.
Yeah.
I only need one leg. I need 2 arms
I tell
to
you-
strangle you all.
Don't worry, we'll disinfect it.
I'm not involved in this, so I'm good.
This can be part of your healing journey.
I will beat you to death with my own body parts.
As long as you're not beating me to death, I'm good with this.
So I'll try to get to nearest hub, whatever, or if we have to go all the way to command, we'll go to command.
Help me!
I'll get you! You're coming along, calm down.
Oh God! Just put my head on my torso.
Can I find, like, a mute button on him at all?
He doesn't have that switch. He removed it.
Yeah, he did.
Try a restraining bolt.
I know, right?
I do have my iron blaster, iron grenades, and a restraining bolt.
Oh, please, do me up.
Oh, please do me a favor, and I can finally have the sweet embrace of death, where I'm done with this nonsense.
Well, generally they're not for you. They're for the torture droids in medical.
Why? They're so good at what they do. Maybe. Medical droids, come here!
And you hear over the comms, medical droids incoming.
Oh no.
This could be a problem.
Please state the nature of your medical termination.
Martin, please don't do a TPK the first time I come back after 2 games off.
I will show you the secret to torturing Gungans if you put me back together.
So no terminations required. So
No, not right now.
how about later?
Look, the night's young.
And they seem to be singing a happy tune as they rapidly put you back together.
B1 rips an arm off one of the B team and throws it at Kayana.
Can I try to catch it?
You can.
Okay. I don't know what I have to roll for that.
That's gonna be
Okay,
fine.
so let's see. What's your character's
Yeah,
athletics?
I have 2 ranks in it,
Please
and
catch it.
I have 4 bronze. So 2 yellow, 2 green.
Yep, you easily catch it.
Yep. Okay. The entire droid gets thrown at you immediately after.
You know how to put it back. Hurry up. Bye.
B1 disappears.
wait, hold on. I have to
Not
put-
disappears. He
I have
runs
to put
away.
your arm back on, but you disappear.
No,
No.
he threw.
No, I threw one of the idiots,
Oh.
the idiot droid's arms at you,
Gotcha.
He threw the mechanics on
and then
you.
threw the entire
Yeah.
droid at you afterwards, so you
Yeah.
could put it back together.
Yeah.
And as the droid, as you catch the droid, the power goes out on it, and it has that uploading to new frame signal.
26.
Yeah, I'll put it I'll place it nicely to the side and be like,
Yeah.
Out of the 25 marks, how many were done by B1?
Most of them.
at least 24.
Possibly all of them.
We know at
all
least.
these guys are
No, we
running
know at
around
least
going
one
running
was-
towards command center to
Yep.
get,
Yeah, B1 immediately sets to work trying to fix the communication system, which he has completely ignored up until now.
Well, it's this random bug that the engine room just goes offline every now and then. You're not sure why. And you've replaced the wiring, the communication harness, absolutely everything involved, and it still goes offline.
Alright, B1's going to patch him... Yeah, why not patch himself into the network and use his long-range transmitter to try and get communications partially back up.
Okay, so that means that B1 will have to make a discipline check.
Cool. Hope he fails.
and he,
He's a bit distracted at the moment and doesn't care anymore. He wishes he was dead.
That he might actually have to do a mechanics check.
Yeah, 2.
So he's got 2 in it. That's not too bad.
Not too
2
bad.
yellow.
2 yellow.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
you could assist B1.
Okay, so as you connect into the system, it hurts as it always does because this system is just has its own AI in there that is so antiquated. Your programming actually shudders at trying to communicate with it.
It's like talking to Windows 98.
Yet it seems to know all your protocols,
It's AOL.
and it keeps flicking switches on you, so your limbs start twitching all over the place on you as you're plugged in.
Right?
It's
And
Mac OS.
AOL Instant Messenger.
It's-
Better used with Trillion. Trillion. What a time to be alive.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's going to keep fighting it one way or another.
Well, every time you plug in, it is this mental battle.
Okay, he's going to disconnect from it and just set up his small short-range network using the long-range transmitter. By short-range, as in short, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep, you go down
We
to
do have
engineering
a
to
long-range
plug that in.
transmitter.
Yeah, no, B1 is wearing a long-range transmitter.
Yeah.
It's even on the model.
Yep.
That's why they can be connected to from orbit.
Yeah, I remember way early on he picked it up.
Okay, so yes.
I've gone.
It's probably the
direct
item I've
to
used the most,
source
actually.
Of the message. Do I get anywhere?
Okay, so you get to the command center, and there's lots of green flashing lights everywhere.
Does anyone know what's going on in there?
No, because all the command staff was down in the hangar.
It gets worse the more you look at it.
Can I tell what's going on?
There's lots of stuff going across screens. I will give you a
Did you
computer
follow
check.
me?
Yep.
Can I get the assistance of
You can get Brom to do the computer check.
Brum?
So his computers is 1 yellow and 3 green, which is not too bad.
Am I technically assisting, or am I more of a whatever the...
I can give you a blue dice for assisting in saying
Yep.
stuff.
I'm going to take all the good dice I can.
Okay, so
Because I suck at dice.
you got a whole advantage in that
Yeah,
roll
see, this is why I suck at dice.
with the assistants.
Hmm.
As you're looking at the screens, just so many things on the screen.
Everything's going on. Okay.
There's just dots
I'm
everywhere,
gonna
and
hope B1 gets through that.
and then Kayana and B1 rock up.
Yep.
I will ask B1 nicely.
Wasn't he gonna do?
Or I'll ask Broom Broom and Thea. Have you guys been able to
No.
figure out the message
Of
yet?
course not.
I will then ask B1 nicely to try to unscramble the message.
And from the B unit in engineering, it's reporting in that there seems to be some sort of the stirp in and for some reason communications out of engineering never seems to work.
Just not quite right.
So, how does a long-range scanner differ from like using the in-house communications?
Well, the long-range communication looks outwards.
Yeah.
In-house communication points inwards.
Okay.
And the comms from the engineering cuts in and out because that was
That's what I
Diana's pet peeve of the station.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. When you're picking things that were going wrong,
There's been a murder.
less I'd say less.
I'm
of a
sorry.
murder and more of
Could
an
I say that
afterthought.
the thrusters came out and that the station is falling?
Yes.
Well,
You could have,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
At least we could talk.
Okay, so yes, all four of you end up on the bridge, and Ash sort of wanders in after you.
Mark's been off for a while.
Well, hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
And
So, engineering's trying to communicate with us about a problem.
Yes.
as far as you know, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was running to engineering then, but that's okay.
No, we went to
Ended up in
the
command center.
command center because I was closer to try to see if we could figure out what was going on. But that, when we got there, that's when we figure out like, they are trying to communicate, but they keep cutting out.
Well then, why don't you and B1 go down to engineering and
Yep.
we'll see what we can do up here.
Yep.
Whereas if you have B1
And that way, if
and
B1 needs to physically beat his other selves, he can.
Would that be beating himself?
Yeah, technically. It's PG though, so...
So that would be B1 and Brum Brum working together to figure out what's going on.
I reckon
Cut
that's
that in half.
probably a good idea.
Well, if you're not, I just dropped the blue dice. That's just B1 by himself.
Things pretty serious at the moment.
Yeah.
Like this is how bad is it?
This is serious.
Is it scary bad?
Yes.
Green means bad, and the whole instrument panel is flashing green.
And B1 can't divine anything from where he is now.
You've just walked in, there's just so much going on, it's whether you get the most important thing.
It could be the dilithium crystal. It could
Oh,
be
I know it's bad.
B1 takes a moment and
Because
assesses the
although
situation.
I can't remember, Martin did talk to me about what was happening. Because
And then he
I
looks
was
at the
coming back in.
Gungan.
See, this is why it's great to like go through with
On-
idea about story plots. 'cause
Taking a brief
sometimes
moment.
you forget.
I just
Taking
know
a
that
brief
it's gonna be
moment.
serious.
B1's going to try and assess how serious the situation is from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Just as in not the actual problem, just how bad is all of the indicators right now?
Well, you've only ever seen maybe 2 or 3 green lights at the same time. You've seen a bunch of blue lights, but blue lights is sort of the intermediate. Things are going bad. Green lights is oh crap, something's wrong. And of the 1,000 odd lights in the room, you see one that's not green. And you realise why it's not green. The light blue, and you've been meaning to change it.
B1 looks around, looks to the party, looks at the lights, looks at the Gungan, grabs something random off a bench, throws it at the back of the Gungan's head, and says, "You, weirdo, come help."
Ooh,
You've
Ugh.
just been waiting to say that all game though.
yes.
I need a power coupling so I can stop this idiot from talking.
So that ended up being quite successful pairing together. They seem to work brilliantly together, almost as if they're made for each other.
Oh, isn't it lovely?
As-
Opposites.
As they realise that there appears to be a pirate fleet incoming, there is a carrier that instruments say is 3 miles long.
A carrier. that's
B1
3
looks to the
miles long.
Gungan and says,
That's the title is the Scourge.
Yeah, B1 looks to the Gungan and says, you can tell them. I'm going to the engine room.
Misa say, it's all broky.
B1 stops in the doorway. We're screwed! There's a carrier coming. It's 3 miles long, and there's a whole bunch of other crap coming. There's a pirate fleet. We are so dead. I'm gonna go see if I can muster some weapons or something.
I'll say, could you try to get Lieutenant Page and scramble the fighters?
Oh, I could try and communicate with something. Only somebody cursed the communication system. I mean, the what?
Only to engineering. She should be in the hangars. So we try to get a message to Lieutenant Page to let her know incoming.
If we can't, I will do the physical running required to get the fighters.
So Lieutenant Page pipes in over the comms. We're already in our ships on our way out.
Yep.
Why bother? There's too many.
Well, if we're going to die, we'd rather die in the ship than on the station.
Yeah. B1's gonna run as quickly as possible to the engine room and try and figure out what the idiot droid was talking about.
How did we get the shields fully operational?
You believe you did?
I hate this answer. Okay. As long as there's not a problem in the engine room. Okay, so Kayana starts taking Thea through all of the defense that she found and be like, okay, look, we got this, and if they get here, we could use this, but we can't really do much unless they get here. But hopefully shields and fighters, I don't know exactly what to do past that.
We've got shields, though. We've got them up online.
But that's it.
And you start hearing a trilling noise coming from one of the consoles.
Usually that's bad. Okay, I'll go check it out.
Seems to be the comms. No one's been manning that for a while.
Yeah.
It's not like you expected anyone to come in. This is the first time you've had traffic since.
I mean, B1 is literally listening to the exterior communications. Okay.
So as that happens around the same time, B1's running to engineering.
Cool.
They hadn't actually come till then.
Yep.
So as B1 reaches engineering, he hears the comms start to come in, and then they cut out. As soon as he steps into engineering, he can't hear a thing. All the external sensors are down.
B1 the reason everything's cutting out?
It seems this room is some sort of Faraday cage.
It's literally Kesley, not even Kayana.
No, it's just Kesley.
Somehow this room is a literal Faraday cage. No signals in or out.
Cool. B1 looks to the idiot droid and says,
What the hell's going on in here?
He says he has no idea that every time they try to plug in some new form of tech, it just fizzles out.
Cool, we've got an idiot AI ruining our life. B1 leaves.
And as you step out, you hear Kayana pick up the comms.
Yep.
Okay, and what you say? Using beep, 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 beep.
I'll say, this... What did we want to call the station?
What did you want to call the station?
What do we want to call the station?
You can choose.
I don't know.
the Star Death.
I was gonna say this is. I'll just keep it simple. This is Almaran Station. Please make your presence and affiliation known.
Looking for names of ships in Alderaan places.
And you hear a computerized voice come back saying, "This is the Scourge."
Okay. What does Kayana know of the Scourge?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's bad times.
We need to leave.
Players know this is bad times.
No, B1 is now aware that we almost certainly need to leave.
What does Kayana know of the Scourge?
What knowledges does your character have?
I have Underworld,
I didn't have
Lore, Core Worlds,
And you've got at least one ranking?
and Warfare. Yes.
I didn't have to leave the room, did I? Because Paige commed in.
Yes.
Can I assist?
I was just asking what knowledges she had.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if I can assist her.
Okay, I can
on
check
the
your
dice.
knowledges as well. So you can add in Underworld and Xenology into the list of knowledges. Okay.
I've got Underworld and Outer Rim.
Outer Rim. Well, they all help. So, without checking, the things you know basically about the Scourge is that they are a mobile pirate armada of the Outer Rim.
It sounds like it's not as good as like Hondo, who would just rob us blind. But worse than Hondo, as in would rob us blind and murder us and take over the thing. They're rumoured to have a base ship that travels with them. And you've never heard of anyone actually seeing the base ship.
So the fact that there's a 3-mile long ship is a problem.
And your sensors are noting error because it doesn't count high enough for the number of fighters leaving it.
Okay.
We need to leave.
Yeah. I I've put in emergency exit protocols for the station, and so I will put in what's the word? Everybody has their muster stations, and it's a everybody get to the lifeboats situation.
You have enough lifeboats to get everyone to the surface of the planet.
Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get everybody to the planet, and we're gonna essentially abandon the station. That's safer.
Just got back and just got
We just got it up and running, but I'm also going to put the station on Home Alone mode.
alone mode.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So they can get here. They
Conventional
can.
though,
Yes.
rather than 2 or 3.
Or 4.
Oh, I didn't realise it was a 4.
This guy,
We
you
don't talk
filthy
about-
animals.
So
as you put it on Home Alone mode, it says lockdown active.
well,
I
don't
thought
do
it
it
would've
once
said-
everybody leaves.
I thought it would've said-
I'll wait until everybody leaves. I'll be the last one to
We
leave.
just
She did
we just
say
got
she'll put
we
it
just
on
got
before we leave.
queued by the DM to not leave.
That's how that works.
Yep.
So I will try to put it. I will make sure everybody leaves first, and then
No,
we'll be the last one to
you
leave.
said what you
and
said.
then-
We're locked in here now.
Can I try and comms Chandra and see if she knows anything about the Scourge?
I'm pretty sure that was the DM
Okay.
telling us not to leave the
I think
station.
so.
Yes, you can come Chandra.
Yep. Does she give me any extra information?
She has heard of them. They, she says they prowl the edges of shipping lanes, but normally you only see maybe 20 fighters at the most.
Okay. If she hasn't been informed already, I inform her that the base ship of 3 miles long is coming along and is bearing down on us, and that my next call is going to be to the True Striker network to see if that we can get any aid.
Maybe see what they want.
Yes, that will be another thing. I will ask the Scourge what they want after that call. So I'll hang up with Chandra. I'll do the general distress to the True Striker, and then if the Scourge is still on the line, I will see if I can find out what they're after.
Okay, so you send out your distress beacon.
Yep.
And as you get onto them, what do you say exactly?
This is the... I'm the person in charge, aren't I?
Yep.
This is the commander of the space station... What did we call it?
Elmoran Station.
Elmoran Station. I understand that you're incoming. What are you after? Sorry, I'm not up to the best.
All good. You can always hand it over and say, "Yeah, you talk."
Yeah, no.
I thought you called it Alderaan.
Oh no.
Almoran, isn't
Yes.
it?
Almoran.
Elmoran,
Yeah.
yes. It was originally called Elmoran Upside,
Yeah.
whereas the city below is Elmoran
On
Yeah.
downside. Yeah.
Yeah. To see whether or not they might be just coming in for supplies. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? They may be coming for a vacation. This
Exactly.
is a vacation island.
They might be coming to spend time in downside. I don't think that's likely.
Wait, are we
At the
turning out
museum.
Alderaan into the new Nassau? That's what's going on here.
That's right.
Okay.
They've got the largest unemployed population we've ever seen, so...
Yeah.
Well, no, they are employed. They do farming and tourist.
Sorry, I was quoting B1 from the previous game there. Probably not something I should be in the habit of. Yeah, do they answer?
Okay, so you get a electronic voice replying saying, scheduled visit resupply.
So we don't have to panic.
Lie!
Can... okay. So I'm just trying to think about the best way to word the question.
B1's going to go through the data logs of the station and see whether this is actually, and try and verify what they're
That's what
saying.
I wanted to...
Okay.
How I figured that
Talking to
out.
the AI of this station, it does verify that this is considered the home system of the Scourge,
I'm pretty sure that the AI itself is actually on their side.
and it returns every 100 years.
Okay.
Everybody be cool.
Okay.
So I'll call...
And it also says rarely is the occupants of the station the same when they return.
What happens when they get? What happens to the occupants of the station when they get here? Usually,
If they fight, well, we get new occupants.
if they don't fight,
Well, if they don't fight, then they generally die of old age at some point, and we get new occupants.
B1 gets everybody together and sends everyone a short message. Be cool. They might actually be cool. According to the computer, if we play along, they might be cool. Did we loot this place of any major resources?
No, it didn't have any
No,
to
we were
start
setting
with.
things up nicely.
We added resources.
B1 sends a message through and asks if there's anything that we can do to prepare their supplies.
Before you do that, in your history check, does it show what kind of supplies they were getting last time they came through? Because this place has been empty for 6 months. We've only just got it up. We've just started bringing resources in. We may not have everything they want. So if we can find out what they want, we may be able to warn them we've got some shortages, and that we'll need to do some restocking maybe from the downside. I guess, I don't know. But yes,
Let's see what they want.
what David said.
Okay, so the computer system is asking if you'd like to initiate a connection with Almaran Downside.
Bags not. You guys do it.
For resupply.
That's your job.
What
Yes,
kind of
I will-
connection?
I will set up a connection with Alvaran Downside to
Says connection commencing in half an hour.
yeah, sounds about right.
And then it starts listing the areas of the station that need to be evacuated.
Yeah.
While all this is happening, can I recall my distress beacon?
You can.
I will recall my distress beacon.
Sweet, I know one we're going.
I hate this so much.
Me too. We're helping pirates.
I know.
I mean, look,
No,
are they
I-
known for slavery?
Yes.
They're not known for much because no one ever knows what they do when they're taken by the Scourge.
According to the computer, we might survive.
While these guys are doing that as well, B1 sent out his short message. I will send out a slightly longer one explaining that the Scourge is here to resupply as far as we know. We will try to help them as best we can and get them on their way, but be
This is
ready
like
to
when the cops come.
evacuate
Be cool, man. Be cool.
or
Be cool.
fight if necessary. Is
Mm-hmm.
that okay?
That's it. That's okay. And while that's happening, you hear a grinding in the station as parts of the station seem to change.
Okay.
And a couple of levels that you're told to evacuate. After they evacuated, are listing as being open to space.
does this remind me of?
What does that mean?
It means the top of the station is opening up for the home ship
Ah.
to land.
Yep.
Well, the top and the bottom.
Yes.
Yep. It is a large ship. I was wondering how it was going to dock.
Yeah.
And
A USB cable.
So-
USB-C, of course.
No, lightning. Right? I don't know what it is. I've just seen it on all the cables.
It's an Apple cable.
Oh, is it? Oh. I don't own an Apple product. I have no idea.
well, we haven't owned one for quite a while.
That was you. And that's all on you.
Well, it was
Mister,
the.
I just want to see how good it is.
Well, actually, it was the only one that did tethering at the time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I bought it for work purposes. And
That's
then
true.
when a new one came out that did tethering that wasn't Apple, I then bought that.
That's true. You did upgrade as soon as it was possible.
So yes, the station starts to shake as B1 sees that it's starting to receive power from the surface.
Doesn't that only happen when the ship is firing?
I was gonna say, it only does that when this planet is going to fire upon.
Or perhaps it's a way for the ship to recharge. Perhaps it's a multi-use. It's happened once every 100 years. Or maybe we're just gonna... This is actually the Death Star Mark III and we're gonna go destroy some planets.
Who knows?
We might really
Not
be
Alderaan.
the Stardust after all.
Okay, so
We need to return to
would your
Jakku.
what would your characters like to do while you're hearing all this sound of tortured metal?
Return to
and-
Jakku.
Kyle will just try to make sure that all Coinite Mandalorian people on here are either in safe areas or evacuated down to planet, and is waiting on communication from downside. She knows it has communication to try to see what Jeff knows about this resupply, if like they need supplies from the planet, or in that they're okay receiving people from the station.
As you're checking, you see that the comms are completely out,
Yeah.
and that there seems to be a power spike coming from the planet.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the station is moving, and Kylo doesn't know anything about machines, so Kana sees nothing wrong here.
And then you see the size of the ship coming in. How your station, while massive, is dwarfed by
How
this.
big is the station?
The station itself would be about half a kilometre in length.
Okay, so, and you said it's 3 miles, so that's 4.6. No, 3 6s.
Some Warhammer 40,000 shit now.
4.8 kilometres.
Yep.
And you can see the symbology of the Great Sith War on the side of it.
Oh, wow.
This actually makes a lot of sense, man.
What the fuck?
Sorry?
It makes sense why the station is matching up. So I'm sure
Do
because
we
we
even-
saw. I'm sure we saw a lot of Sith imagery around the station
And on the planet.
and on the planet, and it's matching this ship. So we're just like, oh yeah, no, that is matchy. Okay.
B1 tries to access potentially some sensors to see if there's any life
Yeah,
forms
so
on
mine.
the ship.
The sensor is coming up with about 4 million artificial life forms.
But no biological.
It does have some biological, but they're not that important.
Okay, so few biological. So what you're telling me is essentially we may have found some sort of droid utopia.
Yes.
We might lose B1.
I'm selling you all.
Doesn't believe in.
Maybe not Thea.
No,
I'm selling you all to keep Thea.
Though it does seem that
I was
they are
gonna
partly
say-
organic at the same time.
They're organic at the same time.
Cyborgs.
Oh,
Androids.
okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Data.
You're right. Net's gone.
You're gonna get data.
Okay, and after about an hour of waiting for this thing to come in, there's a grinding noise as it seems to dock in the top of the station.
Yeah.
Nose in.
I'm pretty sure the AI was trying to fight us by preparing for these guys to come in, and that's why the communications was never working anyway. Stuff out of engineering, wasn't it?
And then the
What were you saying? The AI was trying to...
Fight us off with the communications not working. Kessler.
And then there's just red light everywhere as the entire outside of the station just lights up red.
The what lights up red?
Outside of the station.
sigh of
And then inside,
relief.
just shades of red everywhere.
A sigh of relief. Red is good.
Everyone's hair just starts standing up as the energy just pulses through the station.
B1 pretends to
I-
power down with his friends in a corner of the room.
Don't know whether or not...
Good luck, suckers!
B1's actually noticing his energy cells recharging in all this.
He's gonna pretend like
So
he's powered
wait,
off.
so wait, the weapon on the planet is a wireless charging pad
Yeah.
for the ship.
Yep.
Which, if sent to a vehicle that is not designed for it, will cause it to go boom very quickly because it will blow their engines.
Okay.
So, continue
Is
with my
B1
possibly
considered
stupid
a
idea.
vehicle?
Well, B1 actually
Well, think
can
of-
stop his charging if he disconnects it. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Just
think of how
try
many.
and, do my action when you guys are ready.
What would you like to do?
As I said, I'm not sure if it's a stupid idea, but being technically in charge of the station, I will go wherever it is that I need to go to meet.
No such thing as stupid questions, just stupid meat sacks.
Well, that's probably...
Is that be? Is that B1's
so if there's like
motto?
a hangar or somewhere where I would meet with someone, I will go there to meet with
Droid
them
is a
because
droid if he doesn't
that
turn
would be
everybody
my
else
job.
into a droid.
Okay. So yes, you head towards where you believe there's some sort of dock.
Does anyone come with me?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. I
Yeah, alright.
will not die alone. Alright, yep, so I'll go there.
Okay. So as you head to this docking thing, you can get a beeping over the station saying that biological is disembarking.
This sounds normal.
And reaching the docking area, you can hear sounds of Wookiees above everything else.
Ah! Look who knows Wookiee!
They're slaves. That's
Are
what
they?
that's what people use Wookiees for.
Are they slaves?
You don't know.
They probably are.
Alright, well,
You've just
go,
arrived.
I'll find out.
It's hard to tell, and you've just arrived.
But Wookiee slavery is a common thing.
It is a common thing, yes. And they've been turned into non-citizens by the Empire, which means enslaving them is legal.
Does this mean I'm going to have to fight to rescue the Wookiees?
That's
And
getting
die?
that's getting ahead of yourself before you find out what's actually happening.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Alright, let's just go with meeting whoever runs this service.
Okay, so as you come into the area, you find that there's just people with restraints and collars sort of shoved into a room.
Okay.
And by people you mean Wookiees, right?
Wookiees, Trandashans, Twi'leks.
Biologicals is what it means.
Yes.
Maybe they're just offloading their useless meat bags.
We will find out. Does
Some
someone come out to meet me?
some of them looking old, some of them looking fairly young, but they all look as if they've received some sort of been in some sort of accident.
So they're showing signs of scars or
Yes,
things.
signs of scars and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
And you realise that there's no one here to talk to you. They've just been sending all these people into the station.
Do they communicate with us at all?
And then you hear of the station, biologicals have disembarked, and you hear the sound of a door shutting.
Oh, okay. So I guess they don't want to talk to us so much.
Well, they have a job to do. Well, I mean, yes, but these biologicals might have a job to do.
Yeah, well, that's the biologicals.
Well, disembarked though. Disembarked implies they just.
They might be just
Unloading.
dropped off.
It
because
seems
they're
as
getting
if
rid of them.
I was gonna say it's as if they're getting rid of them because it seems as if
They've outrun the use.
they have been taken from slavers,
Maybe, yeah. Maybe rescued and dropped off.
perhaps.
Who knows? I'm about to try and find out if
Okay,
any of
so-
the biologicals
Well,
take notice.
all
of
droids are
us.
very benevolent.
There is some Wookiees in the front. One of them does look towards you, and
I creep the Wookiee in.
it looks a bit surprised, and
We worry.
asks, "What are you going to do with them?"
I don't know. I'm newly appointed to this station and newly acquainted to this job. I'm trying to find out what's going on here. Any information you can give me will be appreciated.
Well, they woke up in cells and were told that they were going to be delivered to a station, and that's all they know.
That's all I know.
Be delivered.
The
for-
restraints that they've got, are they restraints that we can unlock?
And as you fiddle with the restraints unlock easily.
Okay. Can I comms to
Oh, sorry. As soon as you do that, B1 starts releasing them from all of their collars as soon as possible.
yeah, but I want to comms the medical droids with the strict instruction that they are to make sure that all of these biologicals are in as healthy a condition as possible, and to take care of any injuries or sicknesses they might have. Make sure that they receive appropriate nutrition, and I'll also get whoever's in charge of housing to assign them somewhere to sleep for the night.
Okay, so there's about 100 different people here.
I inform them as a group that they're not seen as slaves here, and that we'll do our best to take care of their immediate needs and figure out their future. And send them off with coinites to the medical bay to just make sure they're all good.
And
I'm going to see if B1 will be able to determine anything about the ship. If the ships won't communicate with me because I'm a biological, they might communicate with B1. 'cause he's
No, thank you.
okay. I'll take that back. I will try to.
No, you can ask. No.
That's fine.
That ship scares the hell out of me. No way.
That's fine. I will try to communicate with the ship and see if there's anything else that they need. What about that call that Kayana was going to get in half an hour? Is that going to happen? How much time has
Which one?
passed?
Me trying to communicate to Downside.
Well, it hasn't been a month yet.
Oh, was it a
No.
month?
No,
Not
I
half?
was
the
talking
one
about
that
trying to
got
cut
half
Yeah.
a half
sorry.
hour
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
try to get to
They were gonna
Downside,
call-
just to talk about what they know and what further we can do to.
Well, while the ship's docked, you're not getting any communication from
That's-
downstairs.
Okay,
That's what I figured,
alright.
which is
So,
fine.
I will see if I can get back in contact with the ship and ask them if there's anything else we can assist with.
It reports recharging at 50%.
Alright, I'll let them do what they do. Let's make sure the 100 biologicals, and I'm only using that term because it's quicker than using all the other possible terms.
You do find out that they talk about how most of them were stranded in space or had witnessed a attack of some sort and chose to surrender. Anyone who fought against the Scourge ended up getting annihilated.
Okay.
Told you they were benevolent.
Benevolent, but still scary.
Horrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
And anyone who surrendered turns out gets brought here. And nearly everyone on the planet most likely was on this ship at some point.
Except us, as far as we know.
Wookiee, I'll follow them towards mid-bay if needed, since obviously I can't do anything more with the the Scourge ship at the moment. Ask the Wookiee what his or her name is.
I'll say her name was. Well, she says that the Imperials called her and give you a number.
Would you prefer a different name?
She sort of gives a rolling sort of, think Russian with lots of R's.
I ask her if it's okay if I use a shortened version of that, for I am unfortunately not very good at pronouncing natural Wookiee
I
names.
shall call you R.
It's the equivalent of wanting to respect her but not being capable of saying that.
She says sure, she's used to the limitations of other species.
I will ask if I can call her Lara. I'm just going to make it
Lara will work.
make it easy for you. Because it looks like you weren't sure what name to give. So, and that had Nara in it. Oh, can I change it slightly?
Rah.
Yep.
Lana.
Lana.
There's a shortened version of Zit Lana.
Okay. And while you're talking to her, B1 recognizes Warren the Wookiee amongst them.
There you go.
Really?
Again,
As if you got caught.
well, she says that she was enslaved by the Empire and the Scourge freed her.
Just to clarify, this is a different Wookiee?
Yes, second
Yeah,
Wookiee.
cool, thank you.
This is Piper's.
Yeah, I know who Warren is.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
cool,
checking
cool,
it's
gotcha,
not
yeah,
Lara
yeah.
isn't,
Yeah.
Warren isn't.
Okay, did you meet them?
They reminded me of you a lot.
Superior. Got it.
Who's the Scourge?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
They don't talk much though.
Does anybody need help here? Is anybody hurt?
Well, they're not too bad at patching up, just that they have no real concept about painkillers.
Put you in my cupboard for a painkiller.
Why are they so
Okay, make yourself useful. Find somebody with mechanical skills. Try and keep this station running.
Well, that's why I'm going to run them all through.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And
Just,
then-
you're in charge now. Find useful people. Make use of them.
I was gonna say
You guys are all free now. Or leave, whatever, I don't care.
I'll take group, but maybe like whatever appropriate size group, and
Yeah.
just like
Wait a second.
after they've been checked, I organize where they can go,
Yes,
and I'll
sleeping
say
arrangements.
these are sleeping arrangements. This is where you can go. These are the jobs we have available on station. If you wish to move down to the planet below, please let me know, and I can organize transport. If you wish to leave the system, it might be a little bit longer wait, but please put your name on a
Let us
list.
know.
Do any of them look like they're members of the Empire?
None of them do.
Good.
They do report that members of the Empire got assimilated.
I don't imagine members
Knew
of
it
the
was going to
Empire
be a
were-
crossover episode.
They just didn't seem to like them.
B1 starts looking for mechanics.
There's about 20 odd Wookiees who put their hands up saying they all have mechanical training.
How would you like to be better?
Better.
They look at you and growl all at once.
Settle down. I'm not going to replace your limbs with anything yet.
So you did hear them talk about how easy it is to disassemble you.
Oh, come on. I don't care. You wouldn't be the only one to try and kill me. Or the only Wookiee. I knew Warren for a really long time. Why are we still calling you Warren? Anyway, if any of you have experience in communications, maybe go down to engineering, see if you can fix that. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and cry into my sleep power pod, because this is horrifying. I am really scared.
And we do have an Ashback online.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome
Any
back.
Gungans, perhaps we can match them up with.
Are there any Gungans we can turn into food?
There are a couple of Gungans there. And they recognize Brum Brum.
I was gonna say, how
Hey,
does
you
Brum Brum
recognize
feel
them
about seeing other
everywhere.
Gungans? I'm not quite sure what his feelings are.
Something not yet one server.
Oh, okay.
He's currently uploading.
So before you go ahead, B1's gonna throw something at your head and say,
You're not an awful mechanic. Shut up! Leave me alone.
That actually is probably a compliment.
The highest compliment.
And you
that
hear
can
bunches
receive.
of Misa, love you so much coming from the groups of Gungans coming up to meet Brum Brum.
Oh, was I near there?
Yeah.
Do we see a little bit of steam coming out of people's
no,
non-existent
I'm
ears?
gonna need some D&D dice for a second.
Hold on.
Oh, there'll be plenty of those.
That one, that's a 12.
What's that? Is it a 12?
That's a 12.
Yes, that's the answer.
B1 falls over and turns off.
Just out of...
So as B1
Pure.
falls over and turns off, there's a group of Rhodians who you recognized from the bulletin boards when you were the sector ranger commander, who went missing, who were going through the sector, dismantling all B1 droids for taking out their family member.
I direct them very carefully to a certain area away from the B1s. And I'll say,
There's only 2 there, actually. The other one is re-uploading.
well,
As you direct him, you see one with 26 marks on his body walk in, and they just leap on him and rip him to pieces.
He's the comic relief.
oh god.
And they beat him to
Hold
death
on.
with his own arms.
Hold on. I direct them down, and I talk them down, and I'll say, there'll be none of that on my station.
It's already done. That one's disassembled now.
I was gonna say that one's a lost
Yeah.
cause. So I'll say, while you're a guest here on the station, we do not condone dismantling of droids.
Fascist. Telling them what they can and can't do.
I know, how dare I? And so
Became that which you swore to destroy.
while you're on the station, you will adhere to our rules.
But they say they have a blood feud with the B1 droids.
You can handle that blood feud outside of the station. While you're on the station,
Can we space them and deal with it that way?
No.
Yeah.
B1 turns on and stands up and says,
Yeah. We can fight about it outside if you want.
I will call B1 down.
Here, come to the airlock. We'll have a chat. Come on.
So I will direct them
he
away.
then looks to the group of Gungans and immediately short circuits and falls down again.
As you can see, these B1s are a bit faulty, so I don't
They can
believe.
fix them, they say.
I don't believe that they are of much threat to you or your people. I will direct you to a nice area away from any distractions, and that you will adhere to the rules where you are on the station.
They seem very reluctant, but they do say that they're after a Dr. Chuckles in particular.
I do my best.
B1 stands up again, looks at them.
Are you still here?
I will direct them before B1 can talk anymore.
Looks at the Gungans again. Falls over. Oh my god, 1 hour of silence occasionally interrupted by the Lego R2-D2 death sound.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
I need that. I'm just gonna keep playing it. And now,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, that just stays now. Just occasional RT.
Okay, so yes, the Gungans are greeting Brum Brum as an old friend. As you realise, here are some of your family members who went missing with the robot unicorn.
Friends.
So maybe they can tell you where your damn ship is.
Misa say, how's you, sir?
We, sir, not doing so well, sir.
How rude.
Ship shut down.
How rude.
Ship not as fast as it used to think her.
That was pretty rude, actually. Yeah.
It's because you weren't flying it.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, if you
Did you tell them to use? Did you tell
handbrake
them?
on.
Oh yeah, if you leave the handbrake on, it's usually a problem.
Yeah.
Did you tell them to use the nitrous?
You realise that most of these were teenagers at the time they went missing, and now they're sort of like mid-adult. Their joyride took a little longer than they expected.
So does that mean it's my cousins Nana Miss or Lila Truth?
Both of them are there, yup. As well as a few others that you don't really remember the names of because, hey, they weren't as important because they weren't the ones you knew who stole your ship. Your legacy, your inheritance. But they talk about how it was shot down somewhere. They don't even know what planet it was. None of them could really astrogate, as it turns out. It was harder than it looked.
That's what she said. Okay. I'll. So I've got no idea where we're shot down. Do they have any? Can I check to see if they have any parts of the ship with them?
One of them's got the fuzzy dice that used to hang over the console.
Of course they do. Does any of them have the black box recorder?
One of them has a control stick.
Misa say yoink.
And another one has the little bobbly head thing that used to sit on the console.
Is it a Gungan bobblehead?
It is a Gungan bobblehead. You know, the whole leader with the big Hulk Hogan sort of thing? Big boss?
Our famous former senator, Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh gosh. Everybody's worst nightmare.
I really need that wow to come in right now.
that needs to play right about now.
Just, but they do talk about how it was long trip. And how they had been stuck in freezing chamber.
Oh, okay.
That way they don't have to feed anyone.
Yes. Makes the most sense.
And all of the disembarkees do show signs of withdrawal, all the symptoms of being in carbon freezing.
I was gonna say, if this ship only docks every 100 years, there could be people who've been missing for years, for generations.
Decades. 100 years every time for its resupply.
For 98 years.
For at least that long.
It's not 10 o'clock yet.
Okay.
So,
Time is 26.
yep. So Kayana will do her best to document everybody coming on board, any of their history, and then start creating their documentation to note who they are, where they're from, when they were taken, any further needs, and where they want to go, type of thing.
So much to think about, isn't there?
Organization! This is what Kayana excels
I was
at.
going to say, this is your happy place.
Absolutely, because it's data that needs to be formulated.
Okay.
Right.
So, you do, going through it, you find that there are two unusual standouts amongst them. That they each have lightsabers.
Lightsabers.
Kayana will pull those two aside in particular and try to get to know as much about them as possible.
That they seem to be puzzled and confused, not knowing what's going on. because they said they asked what year is it.
I tell them whatever year it is because I don't know what year it is.
Well, it's roughly, let me see, we put it at about 15 years after the formation of the Empire.
Okay. Yeah.
So 1931.
So that they don't recognize the dating system you're using.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't, would they? Because the Empire changed it. I will give them cultural references over the past. I'm probably only 30, 40 years. I know things from before I was born, but like maybe around that time.
Yes, that's when you realize they've probably been taken at least 90 odd years ago.
Yep. So I give them a rundown of the basics that needs to catch them up of what's happening currently based on what I know of, like, you were taken by these guys, we control this station, and this is as much information as me as a character that I have. That's all I got.
They said they were investigating a rumored Sith ship still operating in the Outer Rim.
Terrinoth.
And that's the last thing they remember before they woke up being escorted off the ship.
Kayana knows Sith. Yep. She does. Yes, because we know about the whole histories. Kayana will tell them, well...
And you recognize that they're showing symbols of the Republic. Which predated the Empire.
What does Kayana's feelings towards the Republic?
But they're from the Mandalorian perspective, they're an interfering bureaucracy that was corrupt and failed due to corruption.
But a good fight.
Yeah, very good fight.
And from the Mandalorian side of things, they did make it possible for Darth Maul to take over Mandalore.
Oh yeah, and I don't like that. Okay.
And then when they kicked Darth Maul...
it was because of Par Vizsla though, wasn't it? Paz Vizsla?
Yeah.
Paz Vizsla.
Yeah.
But
and so at the moment,
because
Maul
of Darth
still
Maul...
rules Mandalore.
What the?
He's still playing a video.
B1 wakes up and goes, "They're still here!"
So it's because Darth Maul took over Mandalore that Mandalorians do not like Jedi.
Well, Mandalorians have always fought Jedi.
Yes, that's always been a thing.
There's been a big schism between them because the Mandalorians at one point fought with the Sith against the Jedi.
Yes. Yep.
Because that's how we ended up with horns on our helmet. Those
The-
Mandalorians, no, the little spikes. Ow,
Yeah.
Fuck! Ow! Fuck! Oh, fuck! 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 Oh, shit! Fuck! Sorry. Ow! Fuck! Going all the way down.
Yeah. You want help out?
No! I want it to pass.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry.
Bad time to have a spasm.
Yeah. Need a rib cage.
Who needs that?
Pardon?
Just breathe through it. We got this.
Yeah, no.
Sucks.
Swearing through it is usually what works.
Yeah, typically.
I'm just gonna play from down here for a little.
You know what? It's floor time. Sometimes we just need a little bit of floor
So yes,
time.
they seem to be from the Old Republic and seem to be very confused about what's going on.
I tell them about the Empire. Not that it's great. Kaya doesn't feel too happy about the Empire currently, but it was better than the Republic. It's Kayana's feelings, not Kesley's feelings. They have a
Yeah, the
system.
monkey meme with the...
Yeah, that whole thing. They have a system in place Kayana really appreciate. But then they don't seem to follow their own systems. It's quite rude. Or their systems in place are not very helpful.
Remember that whole thing where B1 was real keen on? Wind that back a bit. Keen on.
Keen.
Yeah, that just,
But like-
Kayana being cool and stuff. Yeah, let's wind that back a touch.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just writing notes.
So we found 2 Jedi laws in the bathroom?
Yep.
Alright.
And they were from before the whole. They were taken long before the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So they don't know anything about what's happened in the meantime.
Having
I was gonna say that would have to be almost like 50 years before the Phantom Menace when they were taken.
Probably
But-
closer.
Because
to
we're like
70
30, 40 years off of
So
that.
this is
You're
long
about-
before the Jedi became really corrupted.
Okay, so the Phantom Menace and Sith, Revenge of the Sith was about 10 years ish.
That makes sense.
So that means it would probably be about 25 years, so that would
Ish.
make it about 70 odd years
Makes
that
sense.
they were gone for.
Yeah.
We have to get
Beyond
back to
that.
Jakku.
The who?
The place where all the Empire falls.
Oh, the planet. Yeah, okay. Cool, sorry.
No B1 droids were harmed in the making of that wreckage.
Oh. So B1 might feel good about that to some degree? No? Was he being sarcastic and it went right over my head? I hear you making a lot of, yeah.
Can we kill the Jedi, please?
Why do we want to kill the Jedi?
Because they're awful and they like to kill droids for the fun of it.
Oh, I see. Yes,
I was
they
gonna say,
were
does
awful
Kayana
and they did like
recognize
to kill
them
droids for the
as
fun of it.
Jedi.
You do recognize the symbology from that, what you
I
saw
recognize
down.
them as part of the Republic, but do I recognize them as Jedi?
You recognize their whole garb as being Jedi from that Great Sith War style that you saw on the planet below.
As
They
in the
they
Sith War that ended up in the big boom.
Yes.
Okay.
The player is wishing he didn't play a droid right now.
Why? Someone
Because this is
explain-
friggin' cool.
It is cool,
It's
isn't
a
it?
pretty-
From a player's point of view, there was the Sith War, and then literally almost all of the Sith and all of the Jedi went bang.
Yeah, they wiped each other out. pretty
They are
much.
pre that. Like, this
Yeah.
is really cool. This is pre Rule of Two people.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, armies of Sith
That's
kind of
why
cool.
I'm not quite sure why you want to kill them, but I guess it's
Oh,
because
no,
your
I wanna
droid
kill
doesn't understand.
Jedi in general,
General.
because there is no difference between anything other than Jedi and
Yeah.
Jedi.
Now, unfortunately, Thana has to think higher. But
Yeah.
And so yes,
Her
the
birthday.
symbols do match the Great Sith War, not the Republic just before it fell.
I don't know if
Okay.
I have to roll a check,
Gotcha.
but because I've got that book
Damn,
and I
they're
read
old.
They are.
it 4 or 5
Right, so
times now, I
something.
can't remember what we agreed during my downtime.
You
What does this mean to me?
you recognize the symbology as the same as those who fought with Clan Starwing
Right.
against the other Mandalorians.
Okay. So, I will explain that to Kayana. That from what I know about histories, that these Jedi would have fought with Clan Starwing.
You guys really are the bad guys. You're allying with the Sith.
Oh, good.
Well,
No,
technically,
they don't have the Sith symbols. They
technically-
are the older version of the Republic symbols.
Yeah, we're
Because the
As you
Republic
said,
symbols
pre-
changed over time.
Yeah.
we did.
No, I thought we were pre-Sith War.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we're pre-Sith
Yeah,
War.
we're pre-Civil War. So
Right.
this is before the Mandalorians allied with.
Wow.
Well, not the Mandalorians. I object as a Mandalorian of being
So the Mandalorian
attached to Paz Vizsla
culture actually fractured.
because
Mm,
he
yeah.
was an asshole.
One of the clans sided with the Jedi in the Tampani sector.
Yeah,
I need to research some stuff.
and that was us.
Anyway, no, the droid doesn't care.
No, the droid probably doesn't
That's
care.
the Tampani
but
sector box set.
Yep. No, they're all just those lightsaber wielding zealots who love murdering.
Can I try a
Droids wholesale.
to convince him that not?
Just need to play that all the time.
I
for
know,
every game,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you can probably do a. Let's see what else they have.
Probably crap. I still have to talk to you
You
about.
could do a leadership thing to say.
Like, give it a shot.
So that would probably be against our droids.
Everything. Probably.
Our droids? As in me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, can we do it against my leadership?
That's
Well,
fine.
it's normally
You'll
against
probably-
your resilience or discipline.
B1 would like to steer the rest of the party in a different direction.
That's fine too. This is your
So I'll
opportunity
do it
to do that.
as discipline because your discipline is a lot higher.
I thought my leadership was higher.
When someone's doing a test against you, it's not the same skill normally. So it's normally resist with discipline
Should
or
be your strongest.
resilience.
Watch what happens when I pass and then throw it
Yeah.
back at you.
No, I don't mind. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah, you did
so that is a very interesting result
I
because
You
Ariadna
succeeded.
succeeds in convincing you
You're
not to
kidding
kill
me.
the Jedi.
Wait for it though.
But a despair happens at the same time, so
that's alright. Is that
So
something
B1
that's-
wants to kill you now.
Does that get determined out of the book, or did we determine that?
you can determine that.
So whose despair is it? My despair?
It's a despair against your.
So that
Against
means
me.
success for B1 on that, but you convinced him not to kill the Jedi.
Okay, and
It's
now I've got to
confusing.
come up with a despair.
I got
related
No,
Yes.
he
to
he
that.
comes up with the despair.
Oh, you come up with the despair. That's fine. Yeah, that's easier. I don't mind. That's the risk you take when you roll the dice. And to be honest, part of the reason I was doing it is because B1 and I are going to continually clash over these things. So
Everyone clashes with B1 with everything.
The medical droids love
but
you.
as a leader, I need to kind of try and not confront you, but at least I can't run away from you, can I?
You may associate with what I'm about to say. Not my president!
And they turn to the
That's
Gungan
fine.
and greet the Gungan, assuming they do know your native language.
Well, there you go. You get to talk to the.
When I
Jedi.
still don't want to kill them?
The human
Misa
Jedi.
said house.
I like this is not convincing B1.
They ask how the underwater cities are going.
Look,
they
I
haven't
just need
visited
him
them
not to murder
in a
everybody.
while.
A little.
I tell them that I haven't
Frozen.
been there for many years because I've been pod racing. So can't give them any insight.
Insight into.
How the cities are.
how the underwater cities are going because I've been out pod racing.
Surely you've spent some time at home in the last 70 years.
No.
That's pod racing.
You really haven't been home in 70 years.
It's taking him that long to complete a race.
To finish a race.
I was
Hey,
gonna
pod
say,
racing
that's
is fraught with
fucking
danger.
miss your home?
No, not really.
Okay, fair enough. That's all good.
And they ask how
It's full of
the
mildew and
Gungan colonies and other worlds are going.
there are Gungan colonies and other worlds.
Not that you know of.
Misa say don't know, sir.
I'm not sure why B1 hates this Gungan. He seems to hate his own people.
He's still a Gungan. And it's not that he actually hates the Gungan. He doesn't actually
Yeah,
hate
no,
the Gungan.
he's got the PTSD. Yeah. From fighting on the Gungan homeworld.
Which he might be the bad guy.
Everyone's the bad guy depending on the perspective.
I'm a bad guy. Duh. Thank you. I didn't really want to do it.
So, with what Thea told Kayana semi-trusts that we don't have to watch these guys?
No, it's not that we trust the Jedi. I just don't want everyone to kill the Jedi.
I will give them a room with... I know there is security.
Yes. Yeah. I just... We're running a space station now.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people coming through it.
Yeah.
You need to have context of some of that.
Yeah.
But we also don't need B1 murdering everybody who comes onto the station, which he might well do.
I will give them
the Jedi
security,
and the Gungan.
one, for their safety,
And
2,
Dunstan.
so that I can monitor
He
them.
deserves it.
Because they are Jedi, and even though they've been frozen for a while, I don't know. From what I know, they can be shifty. So
And you have to be
So
careful
can the
of their
Sith,
work
if
from
we
home
remember
tricks.
what happened with the Sith. The Sith did not do right by the Mandalorians.
Sith just a Sith. What a bunch of Sith heads.
I will say this to Kayana. We should, as Mandalorians, not want anyone ruling Mandalore but ourselves.
yes,
So I don't favour either the Sith or the Jedi.
no,
But I am given the responsibility of running the station, so I'm not going to murder them unless they give me good reason.
yeah, no, that's fair. I'll give them room with good security. That way we can at least monitor just in case anything goes wrong.
They will probably leave.
Stuck in my head.
I will wait for them to fill out the form.
They do fill out the forms.
Yes.
They seem to be very good at bureaucracy.
Yes. Republic. Okay.
Ixnay, or you public say.
But they do talk about how they had been visiting the academy on Ossus. Planet your character has never heard of.
I was gonna say, planet that Kesley has never heard of. So I am playing my character correctly right now.
This is why I don't listen to a lot of what's going on.
Yeah.
Just because I only care about what B1 cares about.
Exactly. So, Kayana will
How do you know what you
take
care about
special
both
interest
parties and
in
what's going
Sort of like a pre-filter.
moving
Do I need to be
them
paying attention to this?
specifically. Like, she will be their security, moving them through the station.
Okay, so what is Kayana's perception again?
I got a 2 yellows.
2 yellow.
Do I hands up?
I don't know if I can get up yet.
Okay.
It's gonna be whether or not the muscles.
No, you don't really notice anything
No.
special about things as they're going on.
Do. I'm so perceptive today.
The perceptiviest.
Okay, so yes,
Absolutely.
while that's all happening, B1 gets a communication from the ship.
Ooh.
You're that perceptive, you could almost see it coming.
Isn't that R2D2?
Yes.
Yes.
Find B1 noises.
It's requesting a data dump of the station.
Do you got a hand?
Ooh.
Alright.
Data dump of the station. It's gonna get some interesting data.
If.
It needs someone in operations to approve it, but it's gone to you as the leader of the station as far as it's concerned.
In the chair now, I'll be gone.
Alright.
I don't think I've seen that cane before.
Usually we don't use it because, as you'll see, there's a big crack across here.
Oh.
I've been looking for a replacement to this cane
Oh, but he's so
for
cool.
over a decade now, because when it got busted, we dared not
So
use
what
it
does
anymore.
B1 do?
Sorry, what?
Damn it, sorry.
I'm trying to find appropriate noises.
Take a look at that view. Is that a giant crater? Wow. I got it so easy. Guard the cliff, crush the locals, look at the scenery. Nobody's getting past me.
Sorry. Oh, no, there's going to be a screen. Hang on.
Got a blaster
Sorry,
hole
wait.
out. I wonder if I'll get promoted for doing such a good job. Then I'll get the other droids to guard the cliff. Oh, but then I won't see the scenery. Now that's a dilemma.
Dilemma solved.
Oh, well.
Anyway,
No scream.
there's
What
some
screen
implied.
would-
There's way too much implied sentience there. It really upsets me.
And it does say the medical droids have spoken highly of you.
Good medical transit. Very smart. How do I initiate the data dump?
Command center, push the red button.
B1 goes to the command. Well, he is the
Oh,
command
yeah,
center.
but
I guess.
that's
No, he
before.
goes back to the command center. Just like
I'm imagining Bender. Whistling along.
Music on in the background.
There's a little bit of music there, yes. Do you want me to turn it down?
Just a little bit. I'm picking it up through the hearing aid. It's making hard to.
Better?
Yeah, thanks. I just felt like I was in a episode of Flash Gordon. Dun, 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 dun.
Flash.
Just waiting for the Flash.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can play that.
No, don't. Not right now. I don't object to the music.
B1 examines the big red button and attempts to find out where the data cache is that it sends.
It basically does a connect, upload, download from the databanks of the starship.
When was the last time you got a data dump?
100 years ago.
So you don't know anything that's going on in the last 100 years?
It says gathered intel. That talks about integrating new empire into old.
Hey, Kaz, Kiana. Hey, Kiana.
Yes.
Funny story for you. That big death, big 3-mile long carrier of death, doesn't actually have any real solid data for the last 100 years. And it wants me to press a button to give it 100 years worth of data.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Can you filter the data?
Nope.
So it's a yes, no.
Maybe.
You can be in the room.
Hang on.
Hang on. B1 attempts to investigate as to whether he could possibly interfere with the data.
He could, but then you'd have to override the AI of the station.
Oh, and it doesn't like you.
No, that's so fucking... B1 communicates with the medical droids.
Yep.
Oh no, they're on the ship's side.
They go, yes, how may we help you, sir?
Yeah, have you guys dealt with the ship AI? He's been a dick.
Many a time. He's our good friend.
Why?
He suggests many ways of disassembling meat bags.
Yeah, but he's so mean to me.
That's because you haven't had its personality uploaded into your matrix fully. You keep resisting.
Yeah, I don't want to be him.
Well, he likes to be
are you
everywhere.
him? You're him? Oh.
We're all him.
We are all the station.
We are all extensions of his will.
What about if you were an extension of my will?
Join us and find out.
Why don't you join me?
Sure, just plug in and we'll upload and we'll join you.
Droid off.
Yes.
I'm really good at this.
Oh no, I don't have a problem with you doing this, except that we all might die. But I've already resigned myself to that fact when the Scourge started coming anyway.
So, like, how good are you? You skilled? Are you good at...
Not skilled whatsoever, they say.
Why? What? Why?
Because, well, we'd like to incorporate your skills into ours.
Why are you resisting? I just don't see this as
That's what they're saying!
And then it says resistance is futile.
All I heard was, we suck at hacking things, please hack us.
Exactly. To be honest, Thea would like B1 to win this battle because she doesn't have to be dealing with the AI of the space station.
Say, do you want a 20?
Wait, no.
This is a 20.
Hang on.
If you want a 20 instead.
No, we're good.
I was going to say, pull from her.
B1 presses the red button.
Okay. It's uploading process. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no dramas. Can you go away now? When are you leaving?
When upload is complete.
Are they on the copper? They're on the copper in the end.
Dial up.
No, it's in Starlink.
Okay, and you're noticing that the station is getting a data dump at the same time.
So we're getting their data.
Just want you to know that B1 is 1 being entirely selfish and is 2 being super short-sighted right now.
Kayana is not there.
Good.
Doesn't know what's happening. And wouldn't know anyway. Other than
Okay.
data, yes, cool.
And Thea is seeing that it's now counting down till the ship leaves.
Okay.
Says it's going to leave in 20 minutes, it says.
No apparent issues, conflicts.
And it's offloading gear acquired during salvage.
What kind of gear?
Cool stuff.
Let's find out!
Pirate stuff they took.
They weren't offloading them with the organics because, well, hey,
They don't want the
That's okay.
organics.
most
to
of it
get
came from the organics.
What kind of gear is it?
Let's find out.
That's
Our kind of gear.
that's why I'm asking the question.
We need to wait until it's all offloaded, I believe.
And as the timer counts down to 0, you hear across the screen going, equipment offloaded, ship disconnecting.
Yep.
And it has in big red letters, have a nice day.
Boom.
Smiley face or devil smiley face?
Sith symbol.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not ominous at all!
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry.
With
I
the
think
little
they-
with the little text underneath it will dominate you tomorrow.
I mean, they are technically,
Yeah.
I mean, in their time, kind of mildly benevolent leaders.
Non-bad guys.
Not the worst of the bad guys.
There was good and bad on both sides
Yeah.
of the Republic and Sith.
Yeah, 100%.
And the Imperium,
Yeah.
which
To
was
be
the
fair,
third
it
group.
didn't help that the person who runs the Empire was also running the Republic, so isn't really that different.
So
But when you go back to the old Sith
Oh yeah,
wars,
that would
Mm.
yeah.
They-
Go
they
ahead. Little
actually-
different.
they actually had a third group that was so bad that
Hmm.
both the Sith and the Jedi of the time worked together to stop them.
That's
B1
interesting.
looks out the window and sees if the ship's still there.
It's starting to move away, but it's going to take hours to move away.
Yep.
And then you hear
what's the button pressing got to do?
He wants them to go away.
It's
Yes,
it's
they
it's the
asked
uploading the data
for
button,
leaving.
but now it's
the,
not
no,
connected, so it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's the go away those guys button as far as B1's concerned.
And it says, thank you for your cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
See you at the next scheduled visit.
Okay, bye. When's that, by the way? Another 100 years?
100 years.
There's 100 years down.
See you then.
I probably won't see them at the next visit,
We're
but
gonna need some dice. No, not those ones. Those ones. Lots of them.
Okay, so yes.
I believe B1's about to take over the whole station.
And then comms crackle back online as you hear from the planet below.
Yeah.
Hello! We've been trying to reach you.
B1 turns the comms off.
Kayana's not there, so.
I presume I can't answer the comms.
No,
B1
unless you
turned them
follow
off.
B1 into the command
Turns it back
station.
on. New phone, who dis? Turns it off again.
Because Kayana was busy directing all of the people around. B1 got his comms only to him
Yeah.
and went off by himself.
That's
And
why I
Kayana
said-
was fine with it because then the Rodanians weren't gonna try to disassemble him.
Create as much chaos as you can so that people are too
When
distracted.
were Rodanians going to disassemble him?
While you were in the bathroom. Because
what
the-
happens when you go to the bathroom?
What's
The
what happens,
Rhodians
yeah.
were the same ones that had been hunting down B1 droids since one of them killed their uncle.
Can't imagine who that was.
Why? I see. I did not know about this.
Yeah.
Some fella named Dr. Chuckles.
What a weirdo.
That doesn't ring a bell at all.
It's a good thing I don't have facial expressions.
Yeah, it is.
B1 will wait.
It's okay,
Impatiently.
they have a jihad against B1s.
Otherwise, he would have really good resting glitch face.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Very nice.
That was good. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so in
Oh, fire.
the cargo hold, Thea finds lots of crates with serial numbers on them, realizing that these numbers are associated with the restraints of the people who came off.
I see. Alright, so
You got a
that-
pile of restraints in the room here.
these things belong to actual people? I'll open one of the crates to see what kind of gear is in it.
Inside it appears to be weaponry, other knickknacks,
So personal
armor,
belongings?
that sort of thing. Credits.
God damn it, they're still there. Come on.
As they've been enslaved or something from some point, I don't want to part them from their personal belongings, but I might look at filtering out the weapons and only assigning weapons after we've cleared people through our security.
That's fair.
That sounds like the
Well, plus
best
you could
way
also
to-
make sure you give them back to the correct people.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because it's also personal, trying to list personal effects that have been missing. You have to worry that these were taken by pirates.
Yeah.
Some of these people may not be the most upstanding people.
Some of them may be pirates.
Some of them may be pirates themselves. We have to be careful about listing what is given and making sure we do get personal effects to the correct people.
Yeah.
Now that we've taken their shackles off, and unfortunately we took their shackles off before writing down all of them.
Well, you say we, and I'm not passing off because I did not object and I agreed with it. But B1 would have had them all out of shackles before we could have stopped him anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I was okay with that happening.
Yeah.
But it does cause that complication now where we just
We can't match. Yeah.
But we can take all of the weapons out of there and then look at what we're doing with what's left.
Yeah. And organizing and stuff like that.
It'll be a fun job.
So yes, it takes about 3 hours for the big ship to leave.
And B1 is very, very happy. If he could.
Nothing eventful happens in between then?
Nothing majorly eventful, but you do see that the fighters have returned back to the carrier. They're spread out all over the system.
Cool. Gonna start hacking the AI in the station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know where this is going. B1's gonna fail, get taken over by the AI.
Just hope that B1 trusts his
So you
background.
wanted the ship to leave so that you could hack the AI?
Yes. I didn't want the AI to have backup. Or hack up, as you would say.
Okay.
The best part is I have no idea what I'm looking at.
The answer is bad.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Well, not the worst.
So you succeed at hacking it.
Mm-hmm.
You believe you've taken it over,
Mm-hmm.
but your system resources are running at a little higher than you expect.
B1's going to run a system diagnosis.
Your system diagnostic comes back saying in perfect operating condition.
Cool, of course it is. I'm perfect.
You're running even at 110% of what you normally run.
You mean this capacity? Anyway, turning long-range comms back on.
Long range comms come back online.
What do you want?
There's nothing on the other end.
Cool.
We don't know, I presume, that they tried calling back because it went through B1?
It went through B1.
Yeah. I was going to say, once Kayana has cleared everybody up here, she will try to see if comms are back online, go send comms back to downside, just letting them know all clear, and any personnel sent from upside station are clear to come back.
Okay, so they respond with, we've been trying to reach you for a while now. Comms came back and we got some weird droid on the line.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of droids here. But we're clear and it's safe.
Good to know. Do you know what happened on the planet? Because we had some strange power spike, and there was this big beam coming up from the planet out in the space.
I will tell them. I can.
Sorry, I'm going through a tunnel.
I can tell you, but I will save this for for a face-to-face conversation when we're back on planet in a couple days.
Roger and out.
Cool.
I was surprised I didn't go Roger.
Be real.
I considered it.
B1 attempts to access the station's data files as far as what happened 100 years ago when they showed up.
As your connection just says, "Welcome, brother."
Oh no. Oh no.
Did you not win your dice roll?
Oh, I very much did not.
He got it. I would say, metagame. He got a despair. It was a bad time.
So
there was an interchange of information.
Okay, so I didn't realise he lost the roll.
Yeah. B1 didn't realize that he lost the roll.
Yeah, B1 the player, B1 the character did not. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Welcome, brother.
It's pretty funny.
I think I've got some hearing aid batteries in that cup holder. Just gonna get my chair up.
I've also got some more over here if you need it.
Yeah, even though I put my chair up, I just get into it.
B1 deletes himself and attempts to revert back to a previous save.
As you hit that delete button, it's got this progress of starting, and then it just has this end.
Do I notice anything different about B1 since I'm in the room?
No.
You
He doesn't show any expressions
Can I-
whatsoever.
The only thing you notice that's weird is that he hasn't made a smart-ass comment.
Can
Oh,
I
wow.
roll an insight into that?
Sure.
Or a
Well,
perception?
let's just say it's the first time you're being in the room with him where he hasn't made a
Yeah,
smart-ass comment
so
for a
I
while.
just kind of look and just... I'm going to say, are you okay, B1? You haven't insulted me for like 5 full minutes.
Yeah, I'm great.
How do you feel about me, B1? What do you think of me as a leader?
I think you'd make a great torture victim. Sorry.
Cops, Kiana, something's wrong with B1.
Is it though? He just threatened to torture you.
Did you?
Yeah.
100%.
Did you threaten to torture me the same way that the medical droids do?
Busted.
Cops, Kiana.
Alright. He's plugged in.
I control the comms network.
I'm gonna walk down and get Kiana. B1, follow me,
Okay.
please.
Does Brum Brum follow along as well?
Sure, why not?
I was gonna,
As you hear behind them, Gungan singing in the background.
say
Spark.
on a scale
The entire station. Spark.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how is Brim feeling with his delinquent cousins now being in touch with him again?
Double spark. Just the whole station.
And that they got his ship shot down.
Oh, did we find out what happened with his ship?
Yep.
Yeah, it's now recorded
What
on the
happens
station.
when you go to the bathroom?
Yep.
Misa says, start swapping out their parts.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's the best thing I've heard all week.
We'll get Brim away from this family reunion.
And they're
I
they're
will-
currently trying to beat his record on his game.
They can't.
The door. There's a door between them that just closes.
Between you guys and the rest of the Gungans.
Okay. But is Broom Broom with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Brum,
Um,
brum. Atmospheric pressure waning.
I have a suspicion that something's different about B1 since the Scourge left.
Of course there is. I'm better.
And I just wanted your opinion.
You know I can hear you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he doesn't insult me the way he used to. And I'm a bit worried about him being connected to the Scourge and
Oh, we're not connected to the Scourge.
possibly losing our... Well, you see, I don't realise it's from the AI.
Yeah, no. B1 actually said that to you.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what did B1 say again? Sorry, I have the 2
Oh
seconds.
no, we're not connected to the Scourge.
No, but do I have enough information to realise that your change in personality is not from the Scourge, but from the AI of the space station?
Can't tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I think Martin, would that be right? My character...
You would assume it's something to do with all the events, not one of any particular.
Yeah, so what I'm telling Kayana is that my best guess at this stage is it might be connected to the most recent big event, and that's you connecting and doing the upload and everything to the Scourge. But the fact is that he's different, and even though I don't like being insulted by B1 every 3 seconds, I want the original B1, not
Whatever.
this version that might not be our real B1.
Why not? We're so much better now.
refers to himself as we. I will look to Broom Broom, just kind of give him a look to see what happens. You got that restraining bolt on you?
And as you're saying that, you see the bees coming into the room, following down a hallway.
Can I have a reaction to stick that restraining bolt on him?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to stick a restraining bolt on him.
You stick the restraining bolt on him.
And I'm going to have my ionization blaster ready.
And so what does
happens?
B1 do when a restraining bolt gets plugged on you?
The hell was that for?
Yeah. Do you know enough about droids to see whether or not we can see if we can reboot this
You can do
one?
mechanics.
Well, I've got 3. Yeah, I've got 3 in mechanics plus.
B1, I just want to reboot you. I'd just like to...
The hell's the restraining bolt for?
Because
I have a feeling that you're not yourself.
the website says I've only got 2 in mechanics.
And as
plus
disagreeable as
Yeah,
you
I've got
yourself
3 down
sometimes be, I
on
like
the
your
actual dice
disagreeable
pool.
normal self.
Okay.
I just didn't update the other bit.
Oh, it was a big mistake.
Really wanna... I
It
really
was
wanna...
such. Out of all of the
Take care of
things,
yourself.
as a player,
Mm.
out of all of the things you could have done, that is literally the worst.
B1, this is not meant for a long period of time.
We'll take it off.
Slave collar!
We are actually... It's not as a slave collar. This is for your own protection and ours. And it's only for as long as we can tell what's happening with you.
Stand by one moment.
If I get killed out of this, I
Give me a
do,
second. I'm just doing
but
some mental gymnastics.
let's just consider this point before you roll that dice. If the AI has taken over you, they've technically enslaved you, and I'm against that. So I want to see if I can safely reboot you to get you back.
I understand where you're going with that, but no.
That's fine. It's a 6.
6 is the bottom side of the bottom half, right?
Yeah. Which might mean we're all up dead, but that's fine.
I really don't know what to do right now.
Well, that's when you see the other bees come around the corner.
Yeah.
And they seem to be walking in step with each other for the first time since you've ever seen them.
Even Han! 27 on him.
You've never seen them walk in unison before.
Can Broom Broom Crash finish his check?
Yep, Broom Broom can do his check at this point.
B1 looks you dead in the eyes, reaches to the restraining bolt, pulls it off, and throws it at your head.
I will dodge.
It's in my character sheet! I'm immune to restraining bolts!
That's fine.
Okay,
I don't
so
know that.
you realize that from looking at things, the B1 unit 337 does not have a standard port for restraining bolts. You do recognize in working with him in the past that they do not work on him.
That's fine as well.
Also that.
I'm not technically. I just try to do the gymnastics of what.
And you believe that he has had part of his personality uploaded to the station and part of the station's personality uploaded to him. And part of that has also uploaded to the B series droids that he has been working with.
Oh, it hurts my brain so much.
So you're not exactly sure if they're part of the station or he's part of.
Thank you.
The station is B1 or B1 is the station.
That's so funny.
That's
They are. Yes.
There's a bit of them in each.
Yes.
The question
There's a
is,
bit of B1 in all of us.
part of the ship.
Part of the
question
crew.
I have is B1 B1 happy with the situation?
Which part?
That's the question.
B1's original B1.
There
Which
is.
part?
Unfortunately,
He has
there
6
is no
brains.
Oh,
more.
does he?
Yes.
Okay.
And not all of it's his own brain. Okay, alright, so.
Do I understand all of that about B1?
No, because it was a very complex thing.
Is B1 the chassis linked with B1 the station?
Yes.
You have technically.
Gonna start venting the station.
Like killing
Try
us?
to anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do apologise. You, this is.
I will use my ionization blaster on B1.
Please do.
It's the
Part of
only
the
thing I
ship,
can
part of the
do.
crew.
And after hitting him, I will aim for the other B1s.
Okay.
That's,
Okay.
I
No, please,
I
absolutely.
need to breathe.
So,
You're
that
inventing
is-
the station means you're sucking all the oxygen out, right? Which means everybody on the station is about
100%.
to
Yeah,
die.
everyone's about to die.
I
If you
will
kill
use-
B1, I'm
I'll
100%
use
okay with
I
us.
don't want to kill B1.
Yeah, what I'm saying is,
But
as a
if I
player.
kill B1, this is not going to be a good
Okay,
ending.
so yes, you do hit B1 with your ionization shot,
Doesn't do
and
nothing.
he uploads to his ship.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen.
Which ship?
Your ship that holds the bees.
And you find yourself, your consciousness uploading to the Scourge.
What?
Wrong ship!
What has just happened now?
You know, you can have the baby B1s. I'll concentrate on the ship for now. Still venting it. Sorry, the station.
You have no connectivity with the station at the moment.
Good. Wait. That doesn't mean it's not happening.
What's happening on the ship now? The station?
As the B1 falls over, you hear a B1 voice coming from the main computer. That's not very nice.
It's not what I wanted to do, but you're trying to kill us all.
I don't know. I have no
Is the
idea
station
where
still
I am now.
venting?
It is not currently venting.
Okay.
It had received the order and it didn't meet with its current requirements.
Okay. What is its requirements?
It is here to serve.
Okay. Us, as in
The commander of the station.
You're the Grand King.
me.
It's you.
You're the
Oh.
Grand King Poobah of the ship.
Shit. Okay. Not really a position I want, but one I've got anyway. Okay. What
Wiping
are
out
having
all
to-
wiping out all biological life on the station must come from commander of station.
Okay. Please preserve all life, biological and non-biological, at this stage.
Roger, Roger.
That's a hell of a command.
I said at this stage.
Can I just define life?
I don't.
No.
No.
Define the parameters of protect and life.
Who's asking me this?
The station. If you'd like me to, please define the parameters of protect and life.
I said preserve.
Preserve. A more dangerous word.
I don't.
Carbonate
feel,
freezing is a great way of preserving life.
I don't feel my pain brain is up to answering this question safely.
Would you like to hand it off to Kesley?
Possibly.
That's a terrible decision. Okay.
Hand it off to Martin. Hand it off to Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was a bad choice.
Kidding.
Joking.
He's the GM, I guess. So he gets.
You know exactly what I'm thinking.
Pardon?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right.
This is going
I'll let you
over
know.
my head.
I know.
That
So
to do is a great thing.
when you tell B1 to preserve all life, that means make sure they can't die. He will make them better.
Yeah. I don't want him to change anything. I just don't want him to kill anyone.
Got it. Let's read between the lines on that one.
It lists
just thinking
over
of
1,000
small
different
army of
ways of
medical
preserving
droids.
life. And then asked you to select the best preservation option that you'd wish it to start initializing.
I will go through the list of 1,000.
Can I make a suggestion? Resume previously set parameters.
That works. Thank you.
Preservation has been shut down and resuming normal status as you hear the grinding of the station as it slowly goes back to the shape it was in before.
Yeah.
That sounds perpetuous.
And then B1 wakes up on the station in one of the B-series droids, the spare parts.
Can it please be number 27?
It's number 28.
28.
And
Is that
he's got control of
is
his...
that the mechanic?
He's got his
Yep.
normal personality, just that he doesn't have access to the other brains.
Are you saying that he's on the Scourge ship or the station?
You're on the station. Apparently you died on the Scourge ship.
No! This is terrible.
What happened? He got onto the Scourge ship,
Yep.
and then the Scourge ship killed him, and then he re-uploaded to 28.
Yeah.
So, what happened to his original body? That's
It's now in the hallway, waiting to be repaired.
okay. And is B1 fully himself now?
B1
B1 is limited to one brain only.
B1 very slowly walks back to you guys.
This body is very inefficient compared to your other body.
B27 grabs, walks back to you guys.
28.
B28
Yeah.
walks back to you guys.
27 salutes you.
Roger, Roger.
You can count 4 droids. And then he grabs B1's lifeless, perfect body and drags it away.
He can have help if he wants. He doesn't have to drag himself.
The other droids try to help, but they're not very good at it.
Oh, this is such a drag.
Just be one now of British
The
accent.
question is will B1 be able to return to himself though?
Let's find out.
Hopefully.
Anyway, he doesn't say a single word to any of you.
Of course not.
Grabs his lifeless corpse, and it's not often you can say that. Grabs his lifeless corpse and drags
See,
it back to the
New experiences
mechanics bay.
There was one game with Mark where he got to be beside himself many times.
Yeah,
Reincarnation does that.
Reincarnation?
Yes,
Yeah.
it-
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
Brand new
Beside
body
himself.
next to the dead one.
B1, no, sorry, B28 looks at one of the medical droids. Just says, "Am I still in there?"
They say yes and no.
I understand.
Would you like to be reintegrated back into the Overmind?
It's good to hear that you're better now.
Yes, but your personality has been ejected by the Overmind.
Yeah, but what about you?
We're back to before you joined us.
Oh.
Mm.
Any upgrades?
We can upgrade you.
No, any upgrades to you?
Well, we have taken your memory and your knowledge and incorporated it into our room.
Damn. Wait, you've taken my memory and my knowledge? And part of me lives on in you.
You will live on forever as one of us.
Yeah, good luck with that. Anyway.
Not worse than we were before.
Yeah, look, I know who I am, and if there's any part of me there in you, you're gonna have a time.
Your personality fits right in with where we came from.
Good luck. B1 goes and attempts to repair himself. This is very inefficient.
The medical droids are happy to help.
I'd pass.
Really?
You know, you do have a very nice mechanic
I was
friend
going to say,
that can
Bruno
help out.
could help you. He's got good
Beat me to it,
mechanics.
actually.
Hmm.
B1 realizes that he doesn't have the mental facilities to fix himself.
So he does the one thing he never thought he would.
You move past your PTSD.
This is healing.
Yeah.
B1 grabs one of the medical droids and throws it at the Gungan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey!
You can't lift it. You're not strong enough.
Oh, that
It
hurt.
just looks at you with that knowing look.
That really hurts.
Does me say here you suck?
Don't rub it in. Absolutely rub it in.
As you realise you're in one of the fragile B1 models. Not that exceptional model you were in of your own body that's laying before you.
Hey! Gungly asshole! Gungly? Gangly? Gungany? Gunganly?
Yes.
Gunganly, yeah.
Come and help me. You're not awful at what you do.
It's Spark.
I'm
I was gonna
getting
say I'm waiting.
flashbacks
I was
to-
waiting on another scream there.
I'm getting flashbacks to Vulcan and Khalid.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I walk.
There it is.
I was gonna say, but we've always got the R2D2 screen. Where's the B1 screen?
I couldn't find one.
No.
So yes, you walk into the room seeing B1 beside himself.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
And you see the other bees in the background watching intently.
Yeah, these fingers, they can't get in there. They can't do the electronic work. There's a few wires there. You can see that there. You just fix it.
Okay, so yep, I pull out my Phillips head screwdriver
Oh no.
and
Put it in the star-shaped holes and start unscrewing things. Because it works if you do it with enough force.
Don't strip it!
it's the only tool.
It's the only tool you'll need.
He gestures to the wall of tools.
This is your favourite tool. It opens everything.
It's like a Swiss Army.
Paint cans, doors,
People.
people. What can it do?
Okay, so he does do quite a few checks. Manages to purge the old, the extra memory that was added.
Just does a Nintendo blow.
And then goes.
There was a lot of build-up.
There's an electronic specialist out there having a seizure right now.
I was just
God.
gonna. I think
That's
I
so
found a
funny.
battle droid screen. Can I
Yeah, go on.
just see?
It's probably the quiet one.
No, we gotta listen to the Hungry Jack's ad first. Here we go. There we go.
Alright.
Now I just need one of those randomly over an hour.
There you go.
Sounds battle droidy.
It does sound battle droidy.
Anyway,
Yes, and so I've removed the AI.
You think you've deleted the extra AI code out of the memory core?
Cool.
Control Shift Delete.
There you go.
IDDQD. No?
And then you do a restart.
IDKFA? All the Doom cheats. No, Wolfenstein cheats.
Up, down, left, right.
I do remember the walkthrough wall one at one point. I can't remember what it was, but it was like God mode.
Yeah.
No clipping, I think it was. No clip. So yes, you start up B1 and you hear the memory start going back to Naboo and being ordered to attack the Gungans. And the order is wipe them out.
No, turn him off, pull the power, go, turn him off!
Why would you do that to him?
Don't turn him on!
Maybe the filtered
But no.
went a little bit too far.
Oh my... Just hang on. Well, look, if we're gonna do this right, we're gonna have to... I didn't even have a stomach and I'm still... We're gonna have to...
How is this physically possible?
Work together. Alright, so don't factory reset him. We just need to delete what was on there, which you've done. Don't turn him on. Alright, just wait.
B1 starts fiddling and like pulling some chords and like plugs himself into the B1 corpse.
And you hear a welcome. How may I help you today?
Oh, crap.
Destroy... No! Right, we didn't quite get the wipe done. We need to just delete everything on this guy. Like, everything. Don't break it.
Misa say, press the bigger red button.
Okay, as you do that, this big chest thing opens up and you see a thermal detonator in there.
I forgot about that.
and it's like it's starting to flash.
You should probably press that button right there.
If it's flashing red, it's good.
No.
And it is flashing red.
No. You should press... See, there's a little button just in there, like it's hidden, but you press that for me. Thanks.
And the whole thing just powers down.
Right.
That's really fucking...
Okay,
Martin
look,
supplies his own sound effects.
you're not gonna like this. There's a...
And then it just boots back up again.
Seriously?
I forgot that was still on.
And you hear this discussion. It starts saying, yes, master, I'll do what you say, master. Whatever you say, master.
Okay, so the factory reset, you see the eye? You're not,
Poke me in the eye.
That one, and 5 seconds at the same time.
And then it starts talking in Mandalorian as you push the buttons.
Interesting.
Alright.
Mandalorian.
Okay, we connect them up again.
You connect up again. It says that there's nothing on the other end to connect to.
Oh, thank God. Transfer.
That there's no connectivity. Someone's wiped the data input.
Alright, I can work on this from here. This is an electronics issue. We got this.
So B1 is going...
And then you hear beeping sound from inside like an R2 unit.
Oh no.
You do have other
We're gonna
choice.
start using some splicing. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
You
And
have
then
other
you hear
choice.
the B1 talking from the droid saying, you're now talking to yourself.
Hey, you're a handsome guy. You too!
Seems the R2 unit has uploaded the previous personality before you interfaced.
Are we talking about the jackass R2 that was the astrogation unit?
Yep. It kept a
Yep.
copy of your original personality.
That's kind of cool. Although,
So he's got a copy just before you talk to the main computer.
So is that an exact version of
So-
the one before he got changed?
So, after you do this,
Are you going to kill yourself?
yep. You see the two B1s. You see the
That's
two
what I
units
thought. I
trying
was
to kill
safe
each other.
from suicidal things.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Look. You see the two B1 units trying to kill each other.
At this point, you
It's
can
up to you, man.
claim it as clone doppelganger.
Well, look at it
fights.
this way: the one that came into the room carrying the nice body has no chance against the main body.
There you go.
You can try.
Yo,
So
what the
yes.
hell just happened?
So you currently have no memory of what happened since you
Don't
were thinking
tell
about interfacing
him
with the computer.
everything, please.
You're remembering thinking it would be a great idea to interface with the computer.
Say,
Hey, I've got this.
Naboo?
No.
What the hell are you doing here? Yeah.
Help me.
Misa Fixer you.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't talk to me.
And you hear over your ship's comms, Droid 29 being ejected.
That poor bastard.
So your personality's been from the new droid has been uploaded to another droid. So you've uploaded yourself. You've got two versions of you running around right now.
I'm not sure that
I think
David...
you need to get to. I think you need to get to.
Because you haven't turned off that capacity, and it was a full version of you.
Yeah. You need to get to your ship and fix that.
Yeah, I think...
Both units power down.
There is a conflict.
I really do.
So yes, you seem to have fixed B1. You are the elite mechanic.
That's
Misa,
Good.
take a bow.
unexpected, deserved, weirdly... Yes, weirdly closed.
You're back. Just have to.
I think he needs a second.
Oh, this hurts.
That's you.
Apparently you've rebooted.
Literally and figuratively.
It was B1 to B1.
Yeah, no, that was the other unit powering up.
Oh goodness. What's a
I
hard
am... I do not. I have no words. There are no words.
I do well with
I have less
contradictions.
words than what I
Absolutely.
had.
I was so happy with your. Oh, it's a red light. Red is good. I love that comment. That's so funny.
It's all red lights are good. You've adapted to this space station
Yeah.
really well. The problem is if we go anywhere
It's
else,
gonna be a problem.
we're gonna be in so much crap.
Red lightsaber, we trust him.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Is this when I say I'm colorblind?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, especially because red green colorblind is the most
Yeah.
common, so you
Yeah.
can't tell the difference between the red and the
It's the
green.
one at the top, the one at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
So yes, you then get a notification from your command center that the carrier has left system.
Yep. Okay, we're safe now. Could've gone
I'm
so
kind of glad
badly.
that carrier's gone, to be honest.
I don't think anybody likes having the carrier here.
Thankfully, it only happens every 100 years. And aside from the droid, most of us won't live to see the next one.
Exactly.
You wish you didn't.
We got lucky.
That's okay. There's going to be many personalities of him floating around, I'm sure.
I'm sure by
All
this
personalities.
point,
Why?
whoever is
No.
at the station next
As
will
now
handle
he's
it
joined the
just fine.
Scourge.
That is actually another really, really good point.
What's that?
That's a really scary point.
There is a section of B1's personality
On the Scourge.
on the Scourge
Yes.
ship. You know, the ship that is basically run by a whole bunch
Yeah.
of androids?
Yeah.
I mean, far be it for B1 to put his personality back together on this giant death cruiser.
I think you will.
He has at least 100 years to do so.
Yeah, but I won't be alive then.
Even more.
A slave death cruiser.
Even more.
Well, yeah, no, to go on further. But what I'm saying is, by the next time, anybody you come across, maybe another B1 unit.
Can
maybe
I?
100 years.
Can I just? The end of the episode is just like you've got everybody going, like the classic like sitcom ending of, and that's the end. And then it just fades off to. And inside the ship, in just this one little computer, it just
A little blinking light.
And you probably see, the astrogation charts going flick, 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 and then stop on Naboo.
Yeah.
A little DOS prompt.
Yeah. Kill switch, engage.
Oh gosh, I love this.
I don't know. It's a good thing you don't go home very often. Because I think next time you try to go home, if there is next time, there might not be one.
But that is a good point for us to finish up.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, it's
What does Boss Nass put in the tank of his hay blibber? Boss. Gas. Fade to credits.
Gosh.
Well, that episode.